we advertise something?
We are live. We don't have any sponsors
just for fun.
Oh, actually, I am advertising stuff this week, but for friends. So
Steakums?
GoNintendo podcast.
The Steakums guy tweeted me today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We can put an end to that.
Yeah.
No,
GoNintendo broadcast
from my
brought to you by
interactions
Papa
with him.
Noel.
From my interactions with him, he's cool, so I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Canceling Christmas this year.
All right.
Steakums, more like fake dumbs.
Greg, stop. All right, what's
This isn't meat. This
There
tastes
goes
like
that Steakums money.
tastes like I peeled this off of my uncle's back after he peeled from a day on the beach.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do this.
Good Lord.
It tastes just like it. If you don't believe it, help yourself. Let me
Wait,
know.
why are you eating Steakums? It's funny, right? You thought I was going to ask why you're eating.
All right, we're
Dad's
starting.
back.
3, 2, 1.
Back skin.
Go Nintendo podcast, Webisode 697, the
Oh, man.
Tyrantrum podcast.
We really have to work hard to make sure we hit Webisode 700 before the end of the year.
I mean, we could do it.
I'm sorry, what number is this?
697.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Mom Brain, tell us about Tyrantrum, please.
I get it.
We could
How?
if we didn't do it weekly.
But you're going to change up the format now?
Why not? Let's do a show every day in the next year.
How do you talk about the news of the
Something
week?
tells me you're just trying to stir things up for the sake of stirring things up. I don't know why.
That's a whole great conversation. But first, Mom Brain, let's talk about Tyrantrum.
Tyrantrum is a dual type rock/dragon fossil Pokemon.
I know.
Introduced in Generation 4. It evolves from Tyrunt when leveled up during the day, starting at level 39, after it's revived from a jaw fossil.
Tyrant.
He's a large dinosaurian Pokemon closely resembling theropods like Tyrannosaurus. It's predominantly brick red in coloration with scaly patterns on its skin and scattered orange highlights on some of the scales and ridges. Strap in, guys. It's a long one. The underbelly is gray with white borders, and I have meatloaf breath, so I apologize. And it has a
What
long
about the
tail.
man or the food?
Well, I was doing
My breath smells really sweaty.
like old ham. The underbelly is gray with white borders and has a long tail with 2 orange spikes near the tip. Its small forelimbs have only 2 black clawed digits, but its powerful hind legs with 3 sharp black talons. Plated armor-like ridges are found in the front of its legs, down the back and tail. Spiky white fluff, similar to the primitive feathers on many dinosaurs, extends into a cape-like fringe around the neck. Additionally, feathering forms a prominent beard on the lower jaw, which is otherwise gray in coloration. Its head is proportionally large.
Wait, is it a neck beard?
Oh,
With a rich snout and
careful
powerful
now.
jaws.
The lower
Let's not make
jaw.
fun of the listener.
The lower jaw is lined with pointed teeth and have upper jaw. And the upper jaw features.
You can end this whenever you
Good.
want.
It's over. Let's end it now.
Tell me how much it weighs.
It looks like a dinosaur
tall
with a
it
big
is.
collar, like
Enough
a
of
king
your
dinosaur.
meatloaf breath.
Go to Meatloaf's Wikipedia page and read that instead.
It's,
please.
it's number 697. It's a rock dragon type. Its abilities include strong jaw, and its hidden
Strong
ability
Brittany.
is rock head, and they are 87.5% male.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
Wow.
Excuse me, I'm not
Yeah.
finished. They are 8
Oh,
feet
damn it.
tall
No, come on,
and
dude.
almost 600 pounds.
Go away from my Pokemon.
Thanks, Mom Brain. Hello.
I would like to say it was my pleasure, but
Two.
it wasn't.
Colma and T27 Duck and Corgan and Guy Bones and Shillelagh and Dew and Shedar and Fireflame. Oh, how embarrassing.
Somebody stole my
And-
name on there? Someone said dude.
Guy Bones is how
Is
you're
it
supposed to pronounce
DEW?
it. Yes.
You've been calling him Crandall.
Better
It's a
be.
joke.
He knows what's
Yes.
good
You've been
for
calling
him.
him Guy Bonds.
Yes. And Northern Sequence and Timothy and Minowar and Autumnal Blake and Sarah and Langquin and Agent Ironcat and Ryan and Omar and Arcade Perfect Reviews
Omar.
and Who's Mav and Rachel and boy, this list is long. And Drew and Giant Reggie and Malik
That's a
Halo
weird name.
and Massimo and
Giant
Jane,
Giant Reggie.
Video
So
Game
regular
Guru
Reggie then?
64 and Dre Gamer and Rachel and whoever else I didn't see in here. Thank you for joining us. I'll get you as you come in. Hello, Bagel Nick.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. And Turquoise Gold Scraper. Okay.
Gold Scraper.
Ooh, we got a
Turquoise Gold
soundboard
Scraper.
now?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Soundboard is back,
yes.
baby.
I thought about
New
that
sounds,
too.
old sounds have returned.
Yeah. I
And
thought
here
about that
comes
too.
one right now.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
This is awesome.
All right, we have Mom Brain.
Hi.
We have Nikki Hill.
Hi.
We
Where's
have
the camera?
Kirby.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
it's
it
right
is.
here.
Oh, God. he's
We
looking at
have
me.
Vitamin G,
Yeah.
and we have Michael.
Woo-hoo!
All right, let's. Hello,
All the
Tammy.
way up from the west.
Hello, Santiago. The chat is very excited.
Santiago.
That
From Alaska.
the chat was
Arigato. Arigato.
guessing that it was going to be you returning, and they were correct. They're very
Oh, that's
excited.
great.
Maybe they guessed it
I'm
because
excited
they
to be
saw it
here.
on the feed.
Minowar says, "Seeing you all, it's family time." That's true.
Aw.
It feels like it. It
All
feels.
right.
Oh, that's. Oh.
So we have a whole bunch of things to talk about before we get to news. But before we get to the things I want to talk about, we have new segment. Cool.
Go Nintendo Podcast. New segment. Cool.
Man, this is awesome.
I have dropped the link in the chat for new segment. Cool, Nikki Hill. This is your thing. These two don't know what it is. Could you explain it, please?
No.
All right, let's go on.
We're going to look at an icon for a game, and we're going to guess the premise. We're going to guess, I think, the name, too. We're going to guess everything
You
about
can
it.
guess the name if you want. Yes,
An
this
existing
is
game
an
or
actual
upcoming?
Switch game. I've taken the icon and removed the name.
Sorry, where is it?
I'm sending it to you now. And
You said it's in the link to the podcast.
nope, I said it's in the link to the chat.
It's in your Dropbox account.
So you are going to look at the icon and try and guess what it is. And Mom Brain.
Or are we making something up?
Both.
Oh yeah, you can make it.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, we'll be making things.
Yeah,
up.
we usually just end up making stuff up. But
This has been happening for a while.
Mom Brain has been quite accurate, and there was one game that I think the three of us together
this year.
Oh yeah, building upon, like we nailed it actually, like to make the most ridiculous
one
thing
of
that
them
we
you
could
really
think
got.
of, and we were right. There was also one with a cop, hard-boiled cop with a pig on his back, and he's like shooting a gun. That was called like
Oh
what was it
man,
called? Bacon and Bacon.
what was it called?
it wasn't that good.
All right, I sent it to you, Nikki Hill. All right,
Bacon and Bacon.
links in the chat. Oh, this guy.
They're cops and pigs.
Two bacons.
All right, Mom Brain.
One's a pig, the other's a pig.
Nikki Hill, can you show it to everybody else? Mom Brain, can you describe what you see, please?
So we got two.
Okay.
You said that. Probably.
So think Adventure Time, because it's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And it's a landscape, a beautiful landscape with a castle way in the background. It looks like there is a sword being held by maybe a robot hand in midair, which I'm guessing is part of the title, which is why it's in midair. And next to the sword is standing basically like a very skinny-legged, barrel-chested knight's armor. And in place of a head, it looks to be like a fish tank, you know, a dome-shaped fish tank with a fish inside. And that's what I've got for you. I mean,
Thanks,
that's
Mom Ray.
pretty
If you
accurate.
guys want to take a closer look, go right
Pretty
ahead.
good.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Now,
pretty good.
would anyone care to venture a guess or any idea as to what the hell this game is? What it's about? What it's called?
Is it like a puzzle platformer?
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I do know.
It's got an indie vibe to it. I don't know.
I will say it is an indie game, yes.
Okay.
Thank you,
I mean, it's
Autumnal Light.
clearly a
That's
castle defense game. Oh, right?
I don't know.
right.
No,
No.
maybe not. You know what? I'm changing my mind.
All right, go ahead.
It's all about living in the moat around the castle. And this fish has to get out of the moat to defend the moat.
Oh, good.
But to get out of the moat, he's got to be living in a fish tank armor outfit.
I don't see a moat in the
Sword
picture,
checks
though. That's the only thing.
It's a castle. I mean, if a castle doesn't have a moat, they've made a huge mistake.
Lanquin says this game is called Ad Fisher Time. Oh, never mind. I can't say that part. Never mind.
Well,
It does very you're right. It has a very Adventure Time style to it.
I had a thought as I was looking at it, kind of like Nikki Hill's, where you are a fish who lives in a fish tank, and in your fish tank, in your fish tank, there's a small castle, and you have dreams as this small fish to go out into the world and see real castles. And so you go into your fish laboratory and you make yourself this armor, and
All right.
you go exploring.
I'll tell you what it is.
Well, wait,
So
doesn't
it's
anybody
a
else
fish
have it?
night in a fish bowl.
Yeah.
A fish
Mhm.
And a fish
scientist.
adventure.
Pretty cut and dry.
I guess if he's building
I
a
like
robot
that.
suit, he's got to be a
In
fish
his lab.
scientist. Yeah.
I like that.
All right, here's the official explanation.
Sponsored
Two.
by-
Fish. Oh,
A 2 is an ordinary farmer robot who lives in a small cottage in sunflower fields. He had been living a simple but pleasant life until a bunch of outlaws attacked the village, stole their oil supplies, and burnt his house. Explore an unusual medieval world with the 2, the fish-controlled robot. Improve your combat techniques and skills by smashing many kinds of mechanical creatures in a beautiful hand-drawn world of feudal alloy.
Lead with a 2 is a fish-controlled robot?
You would think so,
Because
yes. Well, and it also gives no explanation as to how a fish is controlling a robot. It's just like, this is what this thing
It
is.
starts. What's the first line? Your everyday
A 2
farmer?
is an ordinary farmer
An
robot.
ordinary farmer robot.
Like, that'd be weird in of itself, but they don't mention he's a fish. Yes. This is
Just your ordinary farmer robot, fish head man.
feudal alloy, and it is a Metroidvania game, actually.
Oh my god. Those are nice kids.
All right, moving on.
That's
Samsonite.
platformer then.
Man,
Oh, yeah, there's platforming in there. I'll allow that.
Metroidvania? Isn't that heavily platforming?
Well, Metroidvania is like...
I know. Go and get things, then go back and
I keep
use them.
forgetting
But
that,
If you know, then why are you asking me?
because
Tom Brady.
Castlevania was a platformer.
Next
Metroid was
icon.
a platformer.
Oh,
These
baby.
things are platformers.
was Castlevania considered a platformer?
Not anymore.
But
Old
it,
school
but
Castlevania.
the original one was.
I'm just going to put it out there right now and
Symphony
tell you
of the
that
Night
this is a hidden
was, right?
picture.
2D
Okay.
platformer.
I'm sure of it. Okay, so
question.
Hey man, I don't label things, all right? I like it. I liked it.
I don't like it.
Go
I
on,
liked
Mom,
the
Ray.
game.
So
Sorry,
this
forgive me.
art is basically think like
Oh,
a
right.
mystery, moody kinds of look. And it is a blonde, voluptuous woman in a red dress with a diamond necklace. So she looks to perhaps have money. She looks to be holding a noose in her hand. And she is standing in front of a mansion, and it is clearly nighttime, and
Is
the
it-
mansion is lit up.
Is it a noose or a riding crop?
It looks like she's pulling it.
sounds like Kirby's birthday
Straight.
party.
I think it's a noose, but you're right. It could. No, I mean, a riding crop.
There was
no,
both
it's a noose.
a noose and a red.
I-
Lanquin says the name of this game is Spank Me Daddy.
I knew it.
Yeah, I mean,
This
see that?
This is definitely a hybrid of Clue and hidden picture puzzles.
Okay. Can we get our minds out of the gutters? I'll tell you what it is.
Please.
She's holding a jump rope that's folded in half and twisted. She is a personal trainer to the rich and famous. And she's standing outside. So this game is all about booking clients and getting them to lose the pounds. You're gonna break the.
She books clients by
You're gonna
standing
drop the pounds
outside
fast.
her house or their houses.
She's about to walk into her client's house.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna drop the pounds fast.
Sadly, this game the game that you're describing probably exists for real.
We can make it. All right.
It's called Lady Chatterley's.
It's called Royal Birthday Spanking Machine.
A grand mansion, a dastardly murder, a gathering of suspicious characters. Now you can play the beloved
Murdering.
Hasbro family board game Clue on your
There
Switch.
you
This
go.
is for
I
Clue.
mean, it looks
I
like
was trying to
That
fool
does
you
not
guys,
look like
but
Miss
Mom
Scarlet,
Brain got it.
Yeah, it was
Mom
the
Brain got it.
lady.
Miss Scarlet's been updated, baby.
Oh.
Yeah, they dyed her hair blonde.
Yeah, she's now a personal trainer to help you lose the pounds fast.
Ryan says your idea.
She's slaughtering the pounds.
Ryan says your idea was a Yogavania game. So there's your new segment, Cool, for this week. Nikki Hill, that was just for you because we haven't done it in a while and you are around. So
Thank you. I really wanted to do it with what's his name again? Do Michaels. I wanted him to be.
You know, I'm right
we
here.
did it. We did it. All right. Now, before we get to the regular news, I have hello, Carter. Thanks for joining us. I have the other stuff I want to talk
Welcome back, Carter.
about.
That's not what
Kirby
it's called.
saw this on Facebook. I know. I don't know who else saw it. This is game related. I'm disgusted by this. So everybody knows Words with Friends, right?
Oh, I saw this complaint.
This is unbelievable.
What a one! The person who posted
He
it
was
such
really
a
depressed,
whiny
though, right?
person.
Oh,
We're
wait,
not
that's
talking
a-
about the man that killed himself
Oh,
or
okay.
died. We don't know if he did it on purpose or not.
Well, I think that's what that means when they don't tell you, right?
He was pretty.
I-
I don't know.
I think it
I-
means
I honestly
that
don't
the
know. That's a
family
good
just
point.
wants to have their privacy.
This is Words with Friends, not HQ.
Oh, okay.
But this is about HQ.
I thought it was when I read your post.
So,
I didn't read it all.
so Words with
Full
Friends.
disclosure.
No, 5 words. That's enough for
I never
me.
learned.
I don't even understand how Words with Friends works on
Oh.
the
This is- I know.
It's like a linguo or something.
This is how this whole story started.
Linguo
My
is
mom-
dead.
My mom sent me a text and was like, "Hey, join me in Words with Friends." And I was like, "I haven't played this game in forever. Why is she sending this to me now?" I saw her the next day in person. I was like, "What is this thing you're sending me?" And she's like, "Oh, it's HQ Words with Friends." I'm like, "That's not a thing. That doesn't exist." She's like, "Here, look." So she shows me,
and it does exist.
And Words with Friends has gotten an update for a live game show, and it looks exactly like HQ. Plays exactly like it, live host and everything. When old people are like, "Hey, here's this thing," and you're like, "That's not that thing, you stupid old person." It's because they're old and they don't get it. My mom seeing this and thinking it was HQ, I totally understand because it looked exactly like it, even a similar font and everything like that. Except you're playing for like $200 because they're in beta. But I was like, this is.
I imagine the game would take a lot longer if it's a live host and you're playing Scrabble with one other person.
Yeah, right. I was wondering how it was going to work. Yes, it's just HQ, but in a different game.
So it's a trivia game.
Yeah, it's a trivia game. It's the same exact thing. But even the coloring, the font, the way it's hosted, the countdown.
Friends? I don't get it.
Because they see that HQ's making money, and Zynga's thing is let's steal everybody's ideas and make some money. And that's what they did.
I thought HQ has dipped quite a bit as far as since last year. So
their daily because they have 2 games a day. The nighttime game usually gets anywhere from like 350 to 500,000 people. The daytime game is like 250.
I mean, they've also monetized free lives and erasers and stuff like that.
But Sunday night games are the big games that have it. Like this Sunday night is Star Wars, so that'll be more people in that game. And plus, they just started HQ Words, which is a brand new game,
which totally rips off Words with Friends.
It's like a combination of Hangman and Wheel of Fortune that they just started in beta, and that's been growing since they started. They had their biggest game. Yeah.
How do you play these games live when it's like?
What do you mean? How do you understand HQ and not HQ Words?
How does everybody get one turn, even though there's like 1 million people playing?
To guess a letter, you say.
Everybody. It's like playing your own game of Wheel of Fortune.
Will
And Hangman. You get 3 wrong guesses and you're out. That's it.
Okay.
It's like, and now they're doing it. HQ's at 9. HQ Words is at 9:30.
But they don't tell you it's coming on. You have to know it's coming.
So
if you play HQ recently
and 3 responses, it shows you a man hanging there, and you're gonna do him in, or you're gonna guess what word is.
No, they don't show a man hanging. No, but they show like a Wheel of Fortune board, and you spin a wheel to get a letter. Yeah, if you play HQ now, like if you're in the game long enough, they'll be like, "Hey, we got a game we're testing. Hit this button, and you can get notified when it goes live." So they're kind of keeping it secret now because they're in beta.
If it's more like Wheel of Fortune, can't they just call it Jackpot Wheel?
They could call
Master of Wizard.
Master of Wizard.
I love that you still think that's funny.
That is funny. That
I didn't have a stroke.
That has no
Finance circle.
Do you know that story?
No.
Very quick story. Mom Brain was trying to think of the name Wheel of Fortune, and for some reason said Master of Wizard, and we have no explanation why she
I
said
could
it.
not tell you.
To this
But
day,
in my
But the
head,
best
it's
part was
Master of Wizard.
she said it, and for a good 3 seconds, couldn't understand why we didn't get it. She looked at us like, "You guys have never heard of Master of Wizard?"
I had to have hesitation.
It was amazing.
I can tell you exactly where we were. I can tell you exactly what was happening. I don't know how
We were
that
at
came.
Angela's
Yes, we were
parents'
in the
house.
shed.
Yes.
And
I don't know what game we were playing, but you said
Yeah,
it.
let's all right.
She remembered.
End of story. What's in the news, Rami?
Well, anyway, that's my HQ.
She remembered Matt Sorjak's name.
I want to say thank you to you guys for all the emails and tweets you have sent me about my Sonic discussion last week.
Ew.
Yes, I was very fired up about that, and
Oh.
also thank you for
What
the
is humanoid features?
yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
These
Does he
are
have nipples?
spoilers for the
Well, he's got-
music.
No,
The
we don't know, he
silhouette-
might.
The silhouette. He's got
Good,
an
good. I've been
upswept
looking.
nose, and he's got like great freaking legs, man.
Yeah, they're like human legs.
He's got great.
Who's got
gams.
it?
They're making a Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, I saw that picture. That's ridiculous.
It's
Right.
ridiculous.
But this guy thinks that
We're not
the
gonna
one,
see that,
the
right?
one with the Chris Pratt hanging out on the hood of the car looks better.
Now
I
wait a
didn't see
minute.
that.
If you're comparing the two, both are terrible.
Yeah, that's all I want to
But
hear.
the Chris
we're done.
Pratt one
That's all I want to know.
is less terrible.
Yeah, he also doesn't look anything like that James Marsden.
I thought John Ralphio was Sonic.
The voice of.
I,
Oh my god! In that video of
What's going on here?
It's an
What's his name?
animated.
So
It
what
is
does
a
Chris
live-
Pratt have to do with it?
All right, so I'll tell you the story real quick because people really enjoyed it anyway. When they were originally making the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, they had like their list of actors that they really wanted to get into the movie. Whole like call sheet of people they were going to try and get. Included in that list was Chris Pratt.
Forgive me. Is it all animated?
No, this is
voices
a
are-
live
it's
action
like Who
movie.
Framed
with-
Roger Rabbit.
Yes, yes. So they wanted Chris Pratt to play the main human character, who's a cop. But now it is going to be
Well, there's
James
no dogs
Marsden.
in the movie, so it should
What?
be fine. Sorry, it's an inside joke.
so yeah, now it's James Marsden, and I hope you don't know this information because
James
this is
Marsden.
from Westworld.
Oh, okay, the guy. Yeah,
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
And
Yes.
it's been in movies.
This bit of news, I hope you don't know because you're going to love it, and this is not a joke. Dr. Robotnik is being played by Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Yes,
you know, I don't know. I guess he could pull it off, but he's gonna need a lot of makeup.
a lot. Yeah, a lot.
How do you know
Um,
what's
so
I
yes,
think
the
Bob
only
Hoskins should do. Is he still alive?
He passed away like 4 years ago.
so the only
right
thing-
after
But because he's.
I mean, you wanna talk
worked
about
in a
conspiracy
similar
theories?
situation.
shortly after
He's
he
worked
said
with
that
hedgehogs
the
before.
Mario Brothers movie was like the worst choice of his career, he mysteriously passed.
This is like Sega was like, hey,
Listen.
remember that Mario movie that sucked? Let's make one like that, but let's try and do it worse. Honestly, what it seems
Let's
like
do
is
it with blast process.
Sega is not happy about this movie. And the people making the movie are like,
Well, it's their fault
Sega
for-
doesn't like the design that we've done, but you got to change some of these things. So,
What? I mean.
so the only thing we've seen is that's weird silhouette of Sonic with human legs.
Man,
It's so weird. So they've like the writer of the Sonic movie went on Twitter and told everybody he said something like just chill or told everybody to chill out or something, which
Oh, man,
of
this
course
guy
the internet
sounds-
didn't do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why didn't they just?
So now
listen to him?
they've officially opened like the Sonic the Hedgehog the movie Twitter account, and they made a joke about the reaction to Sonic's legs so far. So they're kind of
Awesome.
trying to be like, hey, we're in on it, guys.
Hey, yeah, isn't this stupid what we're doing for you?
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Well, so I went to a whole rant last week because we had snippets from an interview with people involved with the movie, and they're talking about how they need to make it more realistic to fit in with our world and all this stuff that nobody thinks of when they think of a Sonic movie. Like nobody's worried about how realistic is Sonic going to look and does he fit in with our human world. That's never going to be a complaint for anybody, whether you're a fan of Sonic or not. Like
Well, it shouldn't be in the human world, man. I don't like it.
that's also what I think. Yes. Somebody in our comments was like, why does it always have to be they find a way into our world? Why does it have to be like that? Why can't it just be where it is in the movie?
Yeah, Green Hill Zone.
Yeah, why can't it be
It
like
is
that?
in Green
Well,
Hill
it is
Zone.
in Green Hill Zone. Oh, that's the other part. So
Green
it's a
Hill
real
Zone,
life
New
town called, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's someplace
Oh,
called
no,
Green Hill in a state like California, I guess.
Chemical plant.
Traffic
Newark.
is terrible.
So, yes,
Oil, ocean, earth.
I've been very upset about it. Langwin says, I bet the Sonic porn parody is going to be better than this actual movie.
Am I
There
wrong?
better
Coffee?
be a porn parody.
All right.
You
There,
let me
oh,
know.
there is. Trust me.
You let me
There's,
know.
love some.
there's a video game.
Yes, please.
There's a porn parody of it. All right. Moving on. I'm not getting into that again. I just want to say
That's not
thank
true.
you.
That's not true. I can name one.
Do it. Whatever you're gonna do it.
Red Dead Redemption.
No porn parody?
Show me some Sadie Adler. Hey, if you guys know, I've been looking.
Are you asking if there's really some sort of porn parody of it? Because I'm sure if there isn't yet, there will be very soon.
There
Right.
better be.
It takes time
You ever hear a
to
red rocket
shoot
with
these.
There is.
Red
It's right up
Rocket.
here.
I got the million-dollar idea.
That's where it's been.
All right, moving on. I got two things I want to plug in. Then we're
Rutger
getting to news.
Hauer would be a good Dr. Eggman.
I want to say a huge thank you to Glasses. That's Glassys. Because
My
he
glasses.
gave me a sneak peek
Glossies.
of his new Legend of Zelda remix that he did on his YouTube channel. So just go. You can follow him on Twitter at Glasses Music. That's Glassys Music, all one word. We posted on GoNintendo today.
SYC.
He did a Dark World cover in
Ooh,
a
Dark
synth
World.
style, very like
Stranger
It
Things.
Follows. Stranger Things. That's a good one too.
That's what's popular now. That kind of thing.
Very, very cool. So he sent it to me earlier in the week to let me check it out. It's amazing. Go watch it. You can listen to it, or you can watch the video that he did for it on his YouTube channel. So thank you to him for sharing that with us early. I really appreciate it.
I'd listen to that.
It's good. I think I sent you his original remix a few months ago. And then second,
GT and myself.
which is equally as important, if you're a longtime Go Nintendo listener
I was going to keep
or a longtime Go Nintendo reader,
hopefully give you the one with the more characters.
you know
Share.
about Shamoozle. Shamoozle
straws.
used to do
You're welcome.
comics for Go Nintendo back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
He did the animated comic series Read Only Memories. There were 2 seasons or maybe 3. I don't remember how he worked them out. It's one of the things. Hello, Robert. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Sir Rowlett.
I don't know why it's so funny to have like an actual name and then Robert.
Yeah, right. Robert and Sir Robert.
Hello, Sir Ross.
It's one of the things I've been most proud of as far as Go Nintendo goes, to have ties to it, an animated series. It was so cool. Well, he's back. You're going to really like this. You have to check this out. Shamoozle, whose name is Phil Summers. Follow him on Twitter at Hey Phil Summers. That's HEY PHILSUMMERS. He put out a Ninja Gaiden art book. It's his own art, but it's like an art book / instruction booklet with all of his own artwork, and he's fleshed out the backstory for the game using the characters that are in it. It is amazing. It is so cool. It's been covered all over the place. We covered it. Kotaku covered it. Destructoid covered it. It's amazing. And here's the best part. It's pay what you want to get it. So if you want to pay $0, you can pay $0.
I do want to pay.
I would suggest giving a couple bucks, but you don't have to. But
I
this
buy that
book
for $0.
is so cool. His art is amazing. Really, you're gonna love it because it's about like Jungle Rat Rob and all the stuff.
Really?
Like.
I
Yes.
love Jungle Rat
He
Rob.
like half of the
I've
instruction
heard that
booklet
name
is
for a
like
long time.
fleshed out Ninja Gaiden based on what's in the game, the story, and what was in the original instruction booklet. He took some of that stuff and like tried to expand upon the story. And he's like, honestly, he was really worried that people were going to be like upset about what he did, but it's amazing. So go check that out. Really,
Man.
it's awesome stuff.
You had me at Jungle Rat Rob. You should have just started with that.
Yeah, right?
By the way, for the Jungle Rat Rob fans out there. All right, that's that. Let's do some news. Not too much news this week, but well, I won't even say. I won't even say.
You're not going to say the news?
What a tease.
I won't even say the news. Next
Chris is
story.
available?
We are talking about that later. Hang in there, buddy.
Is everything okay over there?
Just upset.
Oh,
Sounded
shit,
like
that
you were
something
like
is out.
choking.
I don't have game. Gumball challenge!
How great was that?
Oh.
All right, let's do news. We're gonna blow through that.
Well, they're not, but it's in a different language.
The Switch is now
They are, but it's in a different language.
the fastest selling video game system of this generation. This comes from Nintendo's. This is Nintendo's own press release. From its launch in March 2017 to November 2018, the Switch has sold more than 8.7 million units in the U.S. alone. That's faster than any other current generation system at the same point in their life cycles. So
That is going to fail.
that's right. Nintendo's doomed all the time. Nintendo hardware unit and dollar sales for 2018 are at their highest annual total since 2011, when the Wii was at its peak. eShop sales have grown 105% over what they were in 2017.
Wait, the Wii was at its peak in 2011?
When did we come out? 2000.
6, I thought. Or that's when the E3, so it came out. shortly
That's
after.
when the E3.
That's when the E3.
Obviously, they have a lot of evergreen titles on the Switch that still continue to sell well, like Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Those have sold over 4 million and 5 million units, respectively, in the U.S. alone. Super Mario Odyssey has joined that list at over 4.7 million units in the U.S. alone.
So wait, Mario Kart outsold Breath of the Wild?
Oh, yeah. Mario Kart's much more expanded audience than Zelda.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Everybody knows how to race. Thank you, Mario. In addition to that, the fast-selling Smash Brothers Ultimate game. Well, we're going to get into those sales details later, but there's good news to share on Smash Brothers Ultimate as well. It's been like a week of Nintendo putting out a lot of those like sales announcements because things are going crazy for them right now. Evil C is the first comment. He says, "That's great. Seeing Switch do so well is really encouraging. The duck and Irish dude will still find fault. I love when commenters make fun of each other in the comments." Yes, that's a great thing to talk about. T27 Duck has added a new feature to the site, which you are sure to like. If you sign up for Go Nintendo, like to get a login and comment, you can
How much does that cost?
block people's comments. So if there's somebody on the site that you hate, and their comments make you mad, you can filter out their comments and never see them ever.
Until they say something
Now,
like,
here's-
you're saying
it's
I can
like,
block
you
all
block
of the
me,
news.
and I give
All the
like,
comments
I'm
on
gonna
the
send
news.
you directly.
Now,
like,
here's the other
Key
thing.
to happiness or something. And you're just never gonna get it.
Before, that only worked if you were logged in. As
about
long
werewolves? How do you
as
kill
you
them?
have a GoNintendo login, even if you're not logged in, we provide you with a special link. So you will never see those comments either. So as long as you have a login, you don't even need to be logged in to block those comments. So if there are people on GoNintendo that you don't like, which I hear about every single day, you can now block their comments whether you're logged in or not. All you need is a name on the site.
Are people gonna use it? You think?
People are using it right now. Yes,
Very
but
negative.
Yeah, they couldn't even hear you say
you,
that.
you.
What if they block you? What if they block you?
But there's only one person they can't block. Me.
Oh, there we are.
I never comment anyway.
Could they block you?
This is my clubhouse.
I
You
just
can't
comment
block
stuff like
me.
send nudes. and
No
stuff.
RMCs. We're allowed to have one.
Yeah, I think you might not be able to block Court because he's a mod, so that wouldn't make sense. But I know you can't block
Can't let
me.
you do that.
You can block him, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna
so.
get in.
But again, it's only comments. Moving on, Smash Brothers Ultimate is the fastest-selling Nintendo home console game of all time in Europe. So name a Nintendo game. Smash Brothers is sold faster than it. Any Nintendo game. This comes from Nintendo Europe. They say they say thank you for making Smash Brothers Ultimate the fastest-selling Nintendo home console game of all time in Europe. And as we often talk about, there are parts of Europe that love Nintendo, like Germany and France. There are parts of Europe that don't like Nintendo so much, like the UK. But this is an overall European
Hateful UK.
UK is Sony territory, without a doubt.
That's why they're trying to Brexit.
Guy Bones
So he's
says,
responsible
It's
for
all
that.
about their gaming systems.
Guy Bones says, good for Smash. It's such a great game. Kind of wonder if the Switch being half portable is helping boost sales to these heights. I think it's just the hype, and I'm sure that helps too. Yeah. But
Speaking of Brexit, Mom Brain,
Yes, dear.
get
there's
the
the
hell
movie. There's the movie about Brexit,
You should
starring
Brexit
Benedict
the house.
Cumberbatch, and
Does he
he's
play
got a
Brexit?
hairstyle in it that makes him even weirder to look at. So you might be interested.
I might be.
out. Wait a minute. What's that?
And
Oh god.
NPD,
NPD. NPD.
It's a big one.
NPD.
Thank you. Thank you.
NPD.
Thank you, Mom Brain. In honor of Lube, who is going to be very sad that he's not here for NPD. Hello, Mother Brain.
Turok
Boss with
took the
my
number
hat.
one spot.
And
For the first time in the day.
WCW versus NWO. All right, we have the November 2018 top 20 software sales. As we always play, we're only looking for the top 10. Let's
Why do
do
you
it.
say it like that? Do you get crap for not doing the 11th? And
No, I say the full 20, but having everybody guess the top 20 takes a lot
Smash
longer. So we're going
It's
for top
painful.
10.
It's
Oh,
really
understood.
This is November.
Smash Brothers.
So no, that is not correct.
Red Dead.
Red Dead is number 1.
Did Just Cause 4 come out in November? Didn't sell.
I don't know when it came out. I don't think it was November though. So it's not on
I
here.
don't know.
All right, so you got number 1. Red Dead is number 1.
Survey
NFL.
says.
how about Battlefield? It's got to be on there, right?
Battlefield
5?
is number 3. Yes, very good.
I heard that
Also,
came out.
very, very poor debut for that. EA is like in big trouble. They're like,
Wait, is that
So 3 is considered bad.
well, compared to how the compared to how the other one sold, it's selling very
Wait,
poorly.
is that the one that was boycotted for a short while?
This there was some backlash about it, but this is people following on from the previous
Well,
EA
could it just
backlash and
be-
actually sticking to it. So good for them.
Because of the Star Wars. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, very.
I was gonna say,
very good for
why
them.
isn't it? Wouldn't it be because of just Red Dead came out and that's way better?
No, because it's not. Red Dead wasn't the highest moneymaker in November. Actually,
Oh,
it was.
Expansions.
It sold most, but another game beat it in terms of monetary.
Is Mario Kart on this list?
Yeah.
Do,
Kirby, you are on top of it today.
do expansions count?
No. We're just looking for base games. So we have Red Dead at 1.
GTA 5 or is it 5? What are we up to now?
GTA is on the list, but at number 19.
wait, people still buy
Still.
that?
That's has sold over 85
Always
million
on the
Are they
copies.
just buying
It's
like a
nuts.
second
It's,
copy?
no, it's like that in Minecraft. People never stop.
They're on the lookout for the short bandits.
You heard they're coming back. Any more guesses before I get into hints?
And,
Mario Kart.
Madden.
Madden, I'm sorry. Yes, it's number 8. You are
Mario.
correct.
NBA.
FIFA.
NBA is number 7. FIFA's number 10. Now we're getting
NHL?
somewhere. You've cleared out.
MLB,
You
show.
cleared out sports for your top
WWE.
10.
Lacrosse.
WWE is number 15. Lacrosse is not. Lacrosse.
Curling.
There's a lacrosse game coming out.
What? Get out of here.
No, it's
Hello,
it's-
Tony.
That's Lacroix.
Hello, Mikkel.
Is this for any game, any
Yeah, this
system,
is
right?
just over
This
on
could be,
NPD,
like,
yes.
Is Odyssey like gone? That's not on there anymore.
No,
Odyssey's got to be on there, right? People still buy that.
it's
Especially this
I
time
wouldn't
of year.
mind owning 2 copies of that.
It's
It's
not-
that good.
it usually is, but it's not in the top 10. There's other.
Is
It's not in the top 20.
Breath of the
I'm sorry.
Wild, is it back up there? No.
That wouldn't be.
Breath of the Wild is in the top 20 all the
It
time, but
is?
it's not in this time.
Oh.
There, you got to think more expanded audience because we're getting into holiday systems.
Then the racing
Oh,
game, the Mario
other
Kart.
game.
Yes, Mario Kart is on
Call of
there.
Duty, bro.
Mario Kart.
Call of Duty. There you go. Call of Duty's number 2.
Mario Kart.
All right, now we'll get into.
Call of Duty,
I'll
bro.
give you hints. Number 4 is another game that had a huge amount of backlash. Was a big bomb, causing lots of trouble for this company.
Wildlands.
No,
No Man's Sky.
It's a long-running franchise. Can I say?
It's got murdering in it, I'm sure, right? Shooting.
Yeah, it does.
It's,
I don't know.
Has something to do with nuclear stuff. Nuclear.
Fallout. Yeah,
Fallout 76 is
how did
number
I miss
4.
that?
Yes. No, it's not Bubsy Drew. Number 5 and number 6 are Nintendo titles. It's 2 versions of the same game.
Splatoon.
That should be a big hint. 2 versions of the same game.
Splatoon. Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yes, Pokemon. Let's go.
Splatoon and Splatoon 2.
You got NBA. You got Man. Okay, number 9. Used to be a Sony only franchise.
Crash Bandicoot.
Very close.
Banjo Kazooie.
The
Not
Crash
right.
Bandicoot
That's Bubsy.
racing game.
It's not Crash Bandicoot.
Brash Candaboot.
And
Jack and Daxter.
so this was a series for a really long time, and then it kind of faded out. Then it became a whole new series that was super, super popular,
Rayman.
and that kind of faded out. And now they went back to how things started, and that's what's on this list. It used to be like one of the toys you would always see at like the Jersey Shore.
Fidget spinners?
Spyro.
Yes, Spyro. The Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Never saw a Spyro toy in my life.
Crash Bandicoot and Spyro were like all over the Jersey Shore for like all those
I don't remember
things
any of
had
them.
those stupid like knockoff plush dolls. Yeah, Spyro Reignited Trilogy is number 9, and 10 you got, which is FIFA. So there you go.
You play that Spyro game?
I haven't bought the trilogy.
Play
No, I'm
some
waiting for it. We're supposed to not know
Is
it's
he
not
still-
coming, or we're supposed to pretend it's not coming to the Switch, but it's coming to the Switch. So
Is
I'm
he
waiting.
still? Is it still voiced by David Spade?
Was he
Was
voiced by
it?
David Spade?
I thought so. At one point, he was.
I'm not.
Was it David
Super
Spade or
familiar
like
with-
Elijah Wood or something?
I thought it was
was
Elijah Wood.
But I want to say
Oh.
like David Spade was a voice of.
I
the
also want to say
character,
for some
It
reason
was
you're
Dennis
thinking
Miller.
of
Joe
Gex
Dirt.
the Gecko, who was voiced by Dana Gould.
right? Well, no, because nobody knows who David Spade is except you.
Dana Gould was a Simpsons writer. I think he still is. Well, anyway, 11 through 20 are Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Super Mario Party, Spider-Man, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, WWE 2K19, God of War, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Just Dance 2019, Grand Theft Auto 5, and then Forza Horizon.
Man, a lot of them that I should have guessed.
Yeah, I
I didn't
thought.
think-
I
didn't
didn't
even
guess
think-
in the top 20 though. So
Yeah, I should have guessed Spider-Man.
And then there's a whole bunch of the other breakdown, but you don't need to hear that. It was obviously a very good year, or a very good month for game sales here. Everything was pretty much up, or at the very least flat with last year. So that's good. Let's see what you guys.
Spyro. Oh, he was the voice of Sparks in The Legend of Spyro. A New Beginning.
A what?
A New Beginning.
Oh, I thought you said an
An
Ubi
Ubi
game.
game.
Yeah, I was
An
like,
Ubi
what?
game.
That's what I
A
thought you
Nooby
said.
Gooby.
Shillelagh says, it's safe to say Nintendo will have a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. There you go. Shillelagh said something positive.
I don't know who Sparks
Hooray.
is though, but
Oh.
Elijah Wood was Spyro.
Uh,
And David Spade was Sparks, and Gary Oldman was in it too.
Man, that
Going
guy-
on with the Smash
He can
Brothers,
do
there's
anything.
Smash Brothers Ultimate is now the fastest selling Nintendo home console game in Australia and New Zealand as well. We don't
Travel
need any
New
more
Zealand.
details. We don't need any
New
more
Zealand.
details on
What
that.
am I gonna do? Travel to New Zealand? Take 2 flights to get there?
Smash Brothers Ultimate sold 5 million copies in its first 3 days, and that has outsold what Smash Brothers on the Wii U sold altogether.
Man,
So 3 days,
it's pretty
it
good.
outsold it. That's crazy.
Now, could that be because the Wii U, and forgive me for not knowing anything, because I could be wrong
Wii U
by
was a
saying
bomb,
this,
yeah.
was a big bomb.
Wii U was next. The only bigger bomb for Nintendo was the Virtual Boy.
Ouch.
Really? Was that?
Yeah.
It was like
I-
that. I believe
Yeah,
it though. I
Yeah,
mean, come
the
on.
GameCube outsold it, and 64. Yeah, everything.
Yeah. Well, they're back. They're back. We don't need
They're
to talk
they're
about that.
definitely back.
We don't need to talk about that.
That's all behind us now. So,
Entropy
Still
says,
on
I
the
seriously
next
didn't think it
system.
would be this huge a hit, but damn happy it is. Great game so far. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of reasons why. Wii U did terrible. This Smash Brothers has everybody plus new characters. So no matter what Smash Brothers game you played, your character is in this game. Plus new ones, plus more coming out in DLC.
They have Villager.
He's so
Nice.
upset about
But
Villager
do they
being in
have?
Smash
Do they
Brothers.
have female villager?
Yes.
Let's play it now.
Tell me in the comments how you guys feel about Villager. This is you're like the only one I've heard
Very
complain
annoying
about
to me.
Villager. I like the only
I don't.
if there were like 8 characters and one was Villager, I'd be like,
Yeah,
okay,
I
but
could
there's like
see that.
72.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that
it's-
night I saw Villager. Like 15 times.
Hello,
That
Matt.
is
Thanks
pretty
for joining us. That's great.
Yeah.
Like you can play with
give
Link,
me a break.
Mario,
Why isn't JJ
Metroid,
Scoops the
Villager.
KK Slider? Oh.
This
I'm sorry. I've been gone a
is
long
great.
time.
is great.
Why isn't KK Slider?
Wouter says, "Don't talk smack on Villager," and his avatar is the Villager.
Oh man.
That's great.
I like Villagers.
Just not this one.
Yeah.
This is news for
The
you.
village people.
This is news for you. This is news for you and for me.
But do I care?
Yeah, definitely.
But is KK
Oh, you'll
Slider
definitely
a fighter
care.
in
You
the damn
especially.
game? That's all I want to know.
Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, which is coming out January 18th.
As long as Gene is there.
Gene is there. They announced details for the DLC if you want it. And great news, the retail package includes both DLC packs for a really reasonable price. You're paying, it's like $40
Wait,
for the full game and the 2 DLC packs.
But I
which
have
is
to leave my
nuts.
house together.
the game's not out yet, and they have DLC for it.
They announced a DLC. Nintendo
Season
likes to
pass
do a
kind of
thing
thing?
where they don't require you to, but if Nintendo's distributing the game here, and they like people to know, listen, we're doing these things before the game comes out, rather than the game comes out and they like hit you with stuff later on. So you don't have to buy the DLC. You can buy the game by itself, which is $30. You can get the retail version, which is the game and the 2 DLC packs, which come out like 3 months after launch and 6 months after launch. Or you can buy the eShop version and download the DLC packs later if you want.
Why would the game, just the base game, be so inexpensive?
Suda is taking it as like an indie approach. Like this is very indie focused. He's collaborating with a whole bunch of indie developers, and it's like a spin-off for the No More Heroes series. So he's like, it shouldn't be a full price thing. It should be cheaper.
Well, I don't
Also
trust
smaller
it,
smaller
but
game, though, right?
the other ones were great, so I got.
You should trust Suda. Suda's,
But like, why wouldn't you just be like, look, $60 now?
so you don't trust him
money,
because you think
please.
he should be asking for more?
Yes, yeah. What else does he want from me?
Well, anyway, here's what's going on. We found
Well,
out the
the other
deal.
games didn't
My
sell that
buttle.
great,
That's
so
what he
I'm,
wants.
We found out
maybe
that
he's thinking if I just sell it for a little less,
Hello,
it'll sell
Stakona.
better.
yeah, that's also true. We have
Because it's weird. It's different.
we got our details on the DLC packs. The first DLC pack is the Black Dandelion DLC pack, and it includes a new playable character, Shinobu. So Shinobu is returning in No More Heroes, or Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes,
Not a new playable character.
for No More Heroes.
You
I mean,
play-
for Travis Strikes Again, because we knew you play as Badman or you play as Travis, and the stories are different for each.
What was I on when I played the first 2 games? I remember none of this.
You know
There's no
Travis,
Badman.
but
I don't know.
Badman.
I remember
You
Travis.
killed Badman's daughter. She's the
Bad
baseball.
Oh
chick.
my, bad girl.
Oh,
bad
yeah,
man.
that was-
Wait a minute.
That's right.
You fight him at the very end of the game, don't you?
Badman? I thought you fought
You
his
fought-
daughter at the end.
You fought her, bad
Yeah.
girl, and then
Yeah.
I thought
And
there's
I
somebody else
love
that
the
you fight
game
at
too,
the
and I
very
have
end.
no
I
idea
honestly-
what they're
I
talking
didn't think it was his name was
I
Bad
honestly-
Man.
I honestly don't remember. No, it's Badman. Yeah, it says right here, Badman. The second DLC pack is called the Bubblegum Fatale DLC pack, and it has the new playable character.
Sounds good.
Bad Girl. So Shinobu with Travis, Bad Girl with
Batman.
Badman.
Is it? Do we know? Is the style of the game going to be like the previous ones, or is it going to be some weird thing?
It's Suda.
You don't know anything.
Well, I know it's going to be weird, but
All
like,
right, so
is it
here,
gonna,
I'll
like I'm going to be
explain.
running around hitting people
Yes.
like and having fun like that, or is
Yes.
it going to be like do something stupid and it's side-scrolling something?
It's just
It's
the
like
Michael's
it's a
people they're
whole
waiting
different. It's a whole different. I
Yes.
held it in as long as I could, people.
The game has a different camera angle, but the main part of the game is exactly the same.
What's
Run
camera
around.
angle? Like
It's like a isometric.
Oh, really?
It's like pulled back a little bit above. Yeah. So same hack and slash, fight the same thing, jerk off to recharge your sword. All
so
that
it's going to be
stuff.
like Diablo. Like
That's
it's going to be.
that's
It's going to be
true.
like Diablo. Like it'll be like.
Not that kind of, but not that crazy. So closer in. But here's all right. So let me tell you the story of this
I
game.
thought it was all different. Because you're playing
That's why I'm going to tell you the
games.
story of this game. So Travis Strikes Again is about Travis. He's got some weird game system that apparently can grant a wish.
It's called the
And Travis has a
Jumanji.
wish, and Badman has a wish. So they go into this game to try and beat it's like 6 levels in the game to get their wish granted. And each level in the game has traditional No More Heroes style gameplay, run around, beat people up, strawberry on shortcake, and all that weird stuff. And then each one also has another game in it too. So like one of them has like an old school like Mach Rider style game where you have to like kind of like Mach Rider or
The
Road
other
Rash.
ones had little arcade.
Yeah,
games
that's
that
what
were-
this is like.
I
Yeah,
get that.
except
Can I get shirts? Can I get different
Yes.
T-shirts? And
Shirts
will I be
are-
able to see them with this
Yes.
new camera? angle?
shirts are no joke a huge part of the game. Like the wardrobe that Travis has in this one is bigger than any other game, and it's all
Oh my
original
God.
ideas, but
There's
from
more
Suda.
shirts than ever.
It's original ideas from Suda and collaborations with like
Other than this guy.
collaborations with like a ridiculous amount of indie developers. So like you name an indie game, it's got a shirt in this game.
Are they going to have an RMC shirt?
No,
I think that'd be
no, I
cool
don't
if they
think
did.
so. No, but they have like I just posted like 5 more shirts today. There's like I think they've shown like over 60 shirts so far. There's
Can you
a
dress Gene up in any of these? shirts?
that I don't
Willingly.
know.
Will she
How in the
willingly
world
do
can
that?
all of these shirts fit in one game?
It's blast process.
I can't believe they've done it.
To save the game, do you still?
Oh yes, you do. Suda made a
Nice.
very big
White
point of
from
saying,
back to front.
"Don't worry, you still sit on a toilet to save." And he also says he's really trying to get an amiibo made of Travis sitting on the toilet, but he's not sure if
Oh my
Nintendo
god,
will do that.
that's like I've been against this amiibo thing until right now. That
So
would be
he
awesome.
said he wants to, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Turner 5490 says Shinobu is an obvious pick, but I was hoping for Henry. I guess if Bad Girl's playable, then this DLC isn't canon, or she's some sort of virtual construct because she dies, right? You kill her.
Yeah, you got it real good.
Maybe it's
Maybe it's would be hard for her to be playable after spilling her guts out near the end of No More Heroes 1. Well, like I said, this is about getting
Spoiler.
a wish granted, so maybe Badman will wish for a Bad Girl to come back, and that could be in the game. Oh, and the really cool part, Suda got every single voice actor from the original games to come back, including people who are retired. He got them to come back.
You're going to say
Right.
people who
Died.
died.
Yes, including like the forget
Michael Ironside.
Dr. Peace.
Dr. Peace. Just whoever was in the first game, if they're in this or first or second game, if they're in this game, they are played by the same voice actor.
I didn't know anybody retired. Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, one of the women retired. She did a few voices.
I will never.
I will never retire. All right, North America this week's downloads. What did we get in North America? We got Donut County,
Hello Kitty.
the award-winning Donut County. No, Sundred Eldritch Edition, which is brought to you by the Yotun people.
Sundred
Oh,
Eldritch
God.
Edition.
That's right.
This is a Metroidvania, so maybe it'd be more to
Tell me
your
what kind of game
I
that
doubt
could
it.
be.
Battle Princess Madeline, which is pretty much Ghosts and Goblins, but not made by Capcom. Inky Pen, which is not a game, it's the app for comic subscriptions.
It's just
Hello,
This
Tim.
one's weirder than the
Description
rest.
of my pen.
You can say anything right now, and I believe that it's coming out. For
Inky
God's sake.
Pen is a comic app on the Switch, so you pay a monthly subscription fee and you get access to comics from Dark Horse, like Hellboy. You can read Robotech, you can read Transformers, Judge Dredd, whole bunch of comics you know and love, and more being added every week. SNK Heroines got a new update New character Gene, not that Gene.
Oh.
Also available is Arrow Complete Edition, Abyss, Metal Slug 5. We got to add Heavy Machine Gun to the soundboard.
And Rocket Launcher.
Rocket Launcher. All Black Sea Odyssey, Bring Them Home, Cake Laboratory, Cronus Arc, City Builder, Clouds and Sheep
Cronus. It sounds like a Tim and Eric thing.
Clue, Jonas and Phoebus. Desktop Soccer got a demo. Digerati Indie Bundle, which is a combination of Ink and Hacky Zack. Dynamite Fishing, Fungi Explosion.
Oh,
Fungi Explosion is Touch Detective. It's a I think it came out on the DS, and it's a revamped version.
My
of
nickname for Nicky Hill.
Horizon Shift 81, Kingmaker, Rise to the Throne, Coloro.
Did you find anything?
Leopold
What it
Mankisel.
was. That's why I didn't laugh earlier.
I thought you said Fungi Explosion was my nickname.
Touch Detective.
Mahjong Solitaire Refresh got a demo and the full game. Monospark, Mind, Path to Thalamus. Nightshade, Nippon Marathon, Odium to the Core, Omega Strike, Party Arcade, Pick a Picks Pieces got a demo, Pipe Push Paradise.
Because I'm not.
Here, perfect time to say that. Here is one you should play. It got ignored and it shouldn't have, and it pisses me off. But now it's surprise release on the Switch. Rain World. Play Rain World. It is an amazing game.
Is Kevin Costner in that one? Or?
I haven't found them yet. Hello, Chase and Kim. Reversia, Raised, Superhero Fight Club Reloaded, Super Treasure Arena, The Keep, Tri-Bit Logic, Uncanny Valley, Venture Towns, Viviette, and Wonder Shot. So another huge week of games on the Switch eShop. And there's a lot of really good ones.
Sure is boring around.
Despite what Link says.
Nice.
Wait, what was the game we needed to play? Something.
Rain World. Rain World. It's published by Adult Swim Games. It's amazing. Not related to Cream Wolf, although
I was going to say, where's Cream Wolf?
Autumnal Blake says,
It's a game.
Oh man,
I just played it like a week ago.
it's so good.
Autumnal Blake says there's nothing that interests me this week, and I'm relieved. I have a lot of Smash, Splatoon, Octopath, Fire Emblem Warriors, and other stuff to play. I might pick up Katamari next week. Remember, Katamari is on the eShop, but if you want the retail version, you have to go through GameStop because they have an exclusive.
You should. So Katamari,
Katamari Damacy Reroll, a remade version of the original with new content. Yes.
What
so
about
the
the
songs
music?
you know and love are in there.
All I want to know is the music.
Every single one.
The old ones.
Yeah.
No like remix.
No remixes. No remastered, not remixed stuff.
I might want to whirl that up into my life.
I have it. We should play it. Here's another one that's near and dear to your heart. In Europe, they got Firewatch on the Switch.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Fitness Boxing is available. Which is published by Nintendo, by the way. Bring Them Home. City Builder. Hardway Party. I have no idea what that is.
I think you know.
Hardway. Inky Pen. Nippon Marathon Party Arcade. Donut County. Sheltered. Dreamwalker. Puzzle Bobble, which is the classic Neo Geo game with Bub and Bob, except not Bubble Bobble. Puzzle Bobble, the one where you shoot the things towards the top of the screen. Cronus Arc.
Wait,
Funky
is
Puzzle.
I'm sorry. Is that the same as Bust a Move?
Yeah, we know it here as Bust a Move, but everywhere else it was called Puzzle Bobble, which makes more sense because later on there was a dance game release called Bust a Groove, and everybody got the two confused.
Bust a Groove. Does that still exist?
No. Guess the character.
Jesus.
Horizon Shift.
You kind of like sugarcoated it.
I was sad about it.
It went to a farm.
Kingmaker, Rise to the Throne, Nightshade, Reversia, Tri-Bit Logic, Viviette, Donkey Kong Jr., which can be played in Tate mode, or that's not supposed to say it.
Mode.
Tate mode. Tate mode. Dynamite Fishing, Jewel Fever 2, Sundred Eldritch Edition, Coloro,
Rundle mode.
Monospark, Wonder Shot,
Rundle mode activate.
Mech Rage, Valkyrian Arc Hero School Story got a demo, so if you're not sure if you want to play that RPG, you can try it out for free. DLC for a whole bunch of stuff, and that is it. Sorry, Mom Brain, no Hello Kitty again.
I believe Gooch mode is playing it with the screen just facing
Gooch
down.
mode. That's what Sonic's doing in that one poster. So that's your European releases. Let's see what you guys have to say. First comment comes from Rakia, and he says, well, this one's a little big. Yeah, there's a lot of titles, and we still got another week before the year closes out, and there's like another 25 games next week. Here's the next story in our long list of reasons.
No one wants to play it. Does it really matter?
It's a question developers ask themselves all the time.
Here's don't answer it.
That's a good question.
Thank you, Dr. Wowie. Here's another example in the long list of reasons to show your friends why Pokemon Go is still popular. Apple has put out their top apps worldwide consumer spend for 2018, and in the top 10 games is Pokemon Go at number 7 for revenue worldwide. That game continues to bring in ridiculous amounts of money. Just got an update to let you play with other people, so now you can actually battle trainers rather than just catching battle gyms. Autumnal Blake says, but the game is dead. I'm sure there's been at least a few other companies wanting to hire Niantic. Oh, yeah, Niantic is a hot commodity right now. They certainly did a good job with Pokemon Go. We have sad news to report. Damon Baker is leaving Nintendo, and if you follow Nintendo closely, you know he did a poop ton of stuff for the eShop side of things. When Nintendo was doing terrible with the Wii U, he courted indie developers like crazy to try and foster relationships for what would come next, and it paid off in a huge way. The guy is super good at his job, but he's leaving for somewhere else. He's been with Nintendo for 12 years. It says they're in such a good spot now. They don't really need
12 years is the first time I've heard his name mentioned.
He's fantastic.
Is he related to
You don't
Damon
know
Wayans?
what you got till it's gone.
Like how their relation is the first name.
I like how you put the emphasis on the first name. Damon Baker. Is he related to Damon Wayans?
That is good. Omar says that's a big loss. Yeah, it is. He really did a lot. And he was working when it was really, really tough times for Nintendo. So sad to see him go. Hit him up on Twitter.
I'll ask him on Twitter.
Hit him up. I was talking to him the other day. I could follow up my Twitter conversation with that question.
Don't insult the poor man. He's already leaving.
So if you are appreciative of what he did, hit him up on Twitter and tell him thanks for all the hard work because he really did a lot. Luke says, say it ain't so. He was so good for the indies on Switch. Yeah, Switch is taken care of, man. Indie relations with Switch are fantastic. He had a whole team around him that he fostered, which is that's who's gonna take it over right now. I don't know if they're gonna have like another head of indie stuff like they did with him. I'm sure they will at some point, but as of right now, his team is taking over. So it's in good hands, and all the relationships are already in place.
Do we know where he's going to?
No, he didn't say.
Okay.
He did say he had something else lined up.
He's going to develop Gooch mode at Donkey Kong.
Speaking of indies, and you asked this earlier, Gris.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which apparently you're supposed to pronounce Gris.
Of course.
Whatever.
How's it spelled?
G-R-I-S.
Gris. It's spelled Gris.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. It is available, and excellent
Gris.
news. Gris has already become profitable. Gris has already become profitable after just 1 week of sales. So good for you, Switch owners.
Excuse me. How long was that game?
Hallowed be thy name.
What
The emergency broadcast system followed that one up.
I took my time. Just shy 4 hours, maybe? I played it in 2 sessions, broke it up.
Because I have a week off, but like.
Oh, you can do it one sitting, no
It's
problem.
already filling up.
Yes, it is already profitable, which is really cool because it not only is it an indie game, it's a very unique indie game. It's not the type of game for everybody, but they already made this company's first game, and they already made their money back after the first week. So
Very
good
proud
job,
of them.
Switch guys. That's really, really awesome to see, and they definitely deserve it because that's one of the best games of this year, hands down. Weird says, congratulations to the devs. They took a risk and it paid off. Yeah, not only did the devs take a risk, Devolver Digital took a risk because that is so far outside of their normal game that they publish. But they were like, listen, everything can't be blood and guts and over-the-top action. There's other stuff out there. And I said, we're taking this on. We don't know if it's going to make any money, but it's an important game to put out.
That's
so
the one with the watercolors that you were telling me to buy?
Honest to God, I didn't think it would make its money
Kill
back.
people with watercolors?
No, it looked very beautiful, but I was just like,
Well, I didn't think it was going to make its money back.
That's just me. I mean, that's what I do.
And it did. It made its money back in less than a week, which is awesome. So good for them. It's all profit from here on out. Yep. It's only available.
How much did they spend to make it? Like $45?
They spent a lot of money and time. They all left their. They were all working at big name. They were all working at big name developers, working on like huge titles, AAA stuff, and left because they're like, we're really tired of doing AAA stuff because it's the same all the time.
We're tired of being profitable.
So they took a risk in it.
But
So
they
far, it
weren't
has
making
paid off.
while they were working at those.
No, they all left those
Good.
companies. Yeah.
You know, that makes
Those
it
other
really
big companies
enticing.
would've-
You know, that like
It's
that
a
kind of
fantastic
care and
game.
everything makes
It's
you want to play
fantastic.
it.
Yeah, it's that Devolver Digital honestly should get as much praise as the developers because it is not like a game that they would publish. And they said
Yeah, but I mean, you
it's
look
important
at
to get
it,
it out there.
and it's like art.
It is hands down the most beautiful game
Well,
I've ever seen.
don't
So
tell
I just
Spielberg
watched.
that.
I just watched that
Even though he
Rain
just
World
made a
trailer, and
video
I'm gonna
game
tell you
movie.
the truth.
Good
I watched
Lord.
it off the internet.
What do you mean?
Ready
Sorry.
Player One.
No.
There looks like there's a couple of screens in that look like really crazy.
You know how
We've talked
in
about
what
it.
in Chris?
Rain World.
Oh, Rain World. Yeah, Rain World's animation is
Well,
really
there's like
something
one thing
else.
that looks like it's all origami or like
I like the
cutouts.
book.
I heard you.
Speaking
Maybe
more
I'll-
of indie success, this is indie success on a whole different level. If I was going to do a top 10 list of my favorite games of 2018, this might be my #1 game. Celeste has sold 500,000
He
copies.
just likes it because it's the same name as a pizza brand.
Mama Celeste.
I
in a
love
set.
that Mount Celeste. 500,000 copies, and it just came out this
Second
year.
favorite game.
That is
Sequels.
awesome. I seriously, if that's not my, I really think that's my game of the year if I had to pick one. 500,000 copies sold, and as a thank you, the developer is putting out free farewell levels, and they're coming out in early 2019, and then they are moving on to their next game. So
You like it better than Smash Bros?
I like it better than pretty much everything.
Super Meat Boy.
That didn't come out this year.
I'm not
Super
just
Meat
saying
Boy
about
for-
this year, but it's the same.
I was talking
style
about this
game.
year. No, it's not.
I thought it's like
Celeste,
a
is
crazy
it
game where
pronounced?
you.
I mean, they're
Platforming,
both
running.
like super challenging platforms, but there's a lot more to Celeste. Like
You love her.
Super Meat Boy has
You love her.
I don't think it has a story. I
What
guess
are you
it does.
talking about? They kidnapped the little meat girl.
With her butt.
I didn't make it a top story, and I
The
almost
meat
did.
baron kidnapped the little meat
The
girl.
Super Meat Boy team was trying to do an advertisement on Facebook for Super Meat Boy Forever, and they got turned down because Facebook said their ad was sexually explicit, and it shows like Meat Boy's butt.
butt.
It's like a couple butt cheeks. It's like not anything bad
Butt
at all.
cheeks. Something everyone has.
It's
Like,
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Not everyone.
It's not even a human. It's just like, yes, Lanquin, I like it better than the Mahjong Huntress. So yes, 500,000 copies. And keep in mind that is digital only, and the retail version is available pre-order, sold out. I don't remember. There is a retail version coming, but it's from a boutique retailer. It's not like go to Walmart and get it.
Did he say booty retailer?
Booty. Yep. Autumnal Blake says the scene.
Did he just say funky butt levels?
The scene in Celeste where the feather, the scene in Celeste with the feather was really impressive. And how it made you feel. The game really portrayed anxiety really well. The inclusion of assist features was much appreciated. As with my horrible reaction time, I could slow assist the game down 10 or 20% to make it more manageable.
Touch screen.
Lena Raine did an amazing job with the soundtrack. It's one I always go back and listen to. Definitely one of my favorite games I've ever played, and I'm not a huge fan of 2D platforms. Yeah, every aspect of that game, the soundtrack is unbelievable. The story is so well told. The gameplay is ridiculously addictive. The visuals are, I mean, if you're like pixel visuals, they're really good. You watch me play a little
The
bit.
music is great.
And you were so impressed
Before you stormed
that
out of
forgot
the
about
room.
It was like, I was
What
like
is this
this
crap?
little like girl character,
The villagers
and there was
in it?
this giant face chasing me, and I had to like jump off walls and everything. And you were like, "How are you doing this?" And
I say that about a lot of things you do.
that's
I'm sure it was him.
oh, a positive. Yeah,
Okay.
we were sitting right here,
On each
jerking
other's
other
laps.
off.
So
Good
wait.
news.
Quick
Tuesday.
thought. A VR game where you're popping
Boner.
cysts and like they're like shooting at you and you have to dodge
I like hers better.
popping boners.
And you gotta dodge them.
In VR.
They're like coming up at you.
Why would you dodge?
Coming up. At
Oh, coming up at you. All right, Dragon Quest 11, as we know, is coming to the Switch. But surprise, Square Enix is already showing it off. We didn't think it was going to be that soon. Everybody's been like, come on, Square Enix, say a date. We don't know what's going on. Now it is, we got the debut trailer just last night. It is Dragon Quest 11, and they're calling it Echoes of an Elusive Age S for Switch. And new things that we know so far in this version versus the other versions are optional voiceovers where there's over 200 characters are voiced in the game for this version, excluding the main character, because with every Dragon Quest game, the main character is silent. And now you can choose whoever you want to marry in the game, not just who they picked for you before. So whoever you want to have, you can marry.
Progressive.
There is also a special announcement for the game coming on January 1st, 2019.
It's canceled.
I don't know what it'll be, but if you are looking forward to Dragon Quest, which I think many of us are, it's at least the Japanese version is coming out 2019. I'd be surprised if the English version didn't.
You're
come out
excited for it?
I got really into Dragon Quest on the DS, and since then I'm holding out on this one to wait for the Switch port. It's on PS4 right now, but I'm holding out because the Switch version will have other stuff in it. Plus, it's like an RPG, so it's going to be like 100 hours or something.
You play as one of those slime things?
I don't know. I don't think so, no. You usually fight the slime. There are Dragon Quest games where you play as a slime, yeah.
Dragon Quest slime.
Dragon Quest slimes, yes. That is one where you play as a slime. Ridley Soria says, I sure hope they don't include Veronica as one of the characters you can court. Yes, she's technically an adult, but it just wouldn't go over well. Well, trust me, I'm sure they'll take care of that stuff. Well, oh yeah, all right. So it wasn't in the version that's already released. I get what you're saying. I'm sure that will be addressed when they localize it. It's a different story in Japan. So, all right, that's your top story.
I bet it is.
Japan.
Oh my God, I got something to tell you about that. I'll wait until we get to what I played. But Nikki Hill, what have you been playing?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right,
Toon Blast.
Is it still going?
I'm at what level am I at? 11.
Oh,
what's Toon Blast?
Toon Blast is a game on phones. It's a match 3 game.
It's not a match 3 game.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a match 3 or more game.
No, it's a match 2 or more.
Is it 2?
I think.
Who goes for a 2? You don't get to 11-11 by matching 2s.
No, but you have to. You have to.
Sometimes you got it.
I'm on 11-11.
Match 2 or more of the same.
Out of
like Candy Crush.
Yeah, that's similar enough.
Oh man, they just added more. 2,200 plus probably.
Yeah, pick up the pace then.
There's Champions League.
You know how much Nikki Hill spends hoping.
I spend a lot of time.
So that's why.
That's
I don't think, no,
because
he plays it like
why
all the
don't
time.
we ever see you online playing with us with anything?
Well, that's because I work. Because I'm out of the house for like 18 hours.
So whenever you get time during the day, you pop on.
Autumnal Blake, I want to address this because you're bringing it up. According to one of the developers, you can't do same-sex marriage in Dragon Quest XI, but you can pick a partner. So they're saying like you can't officially have like
real life
a ceremony or something, but you can have a partner. So if you want someone of the same sex to like live in the house with you and be your partner, you can do that. But there's no like official marriage scene or something like
God
that.
forbid.
Anyway,
you can choose that person, but you have to open a business with them.
Yes, and deny business to other people. Anyway, 11-11. That's all you're playing.
Yeah.
Okay, Kirby.
I'm happy about it.
Let's see. So I've been playing more of the
Spider-Man.
I've been playing more Spider-Man.
Oh, really? How you like it?
He's pretty far. He was pretty far last week.
But if anyone asks, he hasn't played it yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was a Christmas gift from my dad, and I opened it early.
Are you kidding me?
No,
listen, the secret stays at this table.
I've been really stressed out.
Krampus is gonna get you.
God, that's right.
Anyway, how's it going?
Good. So
I'm still Peter Parker.
I'm still pretty far.
Spoiler alert.
I'm
still pretty far. Did you go backwards in the game?
Yeah, I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense. I'm pretty far. I'm like over 80% complete now.
How early did you open this game?
November.
Oh. No, it was like maybe like a week or two ago.
Last we talked, you were at like the what is it?
Take a note of that.
Grand Central Station or whatever.
Yeah, I guess I can't talk too much about
late
that
without getting into spoilers.
What?
The Grand Central thing. We'll talk.
I mean, I could complain about that part without spoiling things.
Just
You go to
You
that place. Yeah, you go to that place. And what is it, like an exhibit for Oscorp's stuff? And it's just like, here's this thing.
Well, it's the same thing when she like goes into the museum, right? Like,
Yes.
Look at this.
Yeah, right.
Now look at this.
At least for some reason in a museum, I can. It bothers me, but not as much as like theater passers.
Hold on, Mr. Nintendo. When they were releasing like the 3DS, Grand Central Station, there was a Nintendo experience thing was just like that. You go and you walked into the thing and you played the game.
That's not what Oscorp is showing off in there. They're
Just
showing
because
off,
you're
like,
upset about an alternate reality world
About a company that doesn't exist.
Exactly.
I'm talking about them like having things that can destroy the universe, and they're like, "Here, check this out."
No, about keeping the universe safe.
Oh, is that what happened?
As long as they don't fall into the wrong hands, which of course never happens.
No, I'm saying about the idea that like you're like.
No, I don't have anything wrong with them having some like display set up there. Yeah.
No, about the gameplay aspect there, where like you like look at a guy and you say go, and he just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and it's like he's not even up there.
Yeah.
He's not even looking for
And like
me.
Mary Jane's like supposed to be like I guess whispering to Peter,
Right?
but like
He's nowhere around. But like you look up at the ceiling and there's no Spider-Man.
I
And you go
mean,
get that guy, and all of a sudden he just like comes out of nowhere,
yeah.
slinging his webs.
Yeah, completely unrealistic.
We spent more than enough time talking about my gripes with Spider-Man, but I do greatly enjoy the game.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of gripes, you know what I hate doing in this game? Those
Fart cloud missions.
Well, there's the far cloud missions, and also the drone challenges, because that definitely reminded me of playing a Spider-Man game from like 20 years ago.
When you're fighting the drones, right?
No,
there's like a side quest that's literally just chase drones.
You gotta chase
them. You're
like,
chasing them. That's what
you're trying to like you're swinging to like these.
I couldn't do any of the chasing
areas.
ones. Anytime I could web sling throughout the city, day or night. Didn't matter if it was raining or snowing or whatever.
Was it snowing?
No, never was snowing.
Mid-sentence, I think he got drunk.
but trying to chase pigeons or drones, it's like I couldn't focus.
Rami chases pigeons when we're in the city. He asks if they want to be his friend.
My web slinging abilities just deteriorated.
The pigeon stuff didn't bother me because I wasn't like, trying to race against the clock. There wasn't a timer.
No, but just trying to chase anything through the city, like I lost all abilities to web sling.
Didn't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, continue.
It's okay, but that doing the drone challenges reminded me of. Never mind.
Oh,
can we
gotta pause
hear
for like
this?
5 minutes.
This might be funny.
Well, I'll have to explain it because this isn't going to pass. We were going into New York City. Mom Brain was driving. We were in a tunnel, and there were pigeons sitting on the side of the tunnel, like up in the corner.
So many pigeons.
But they were like all like looking at us, and she got really scared.
Like,
no, they were like high up on a ledge, and they were like looking like all of them were like looking right at the car, and she's like, "I don't know what's going on."
Was one of them like smoking a cigar?
I didn't see that.
It was
It's the good. It's the good
I had
feathers.
to like scream.
He's the ringleader.
Well,
The good-
obviously
The
feather
wing leader.
Good feathers.
The
Good
wing
feathers.
leader.
Anyway, Kirby,
Feathers.
we
Good
won't
feathers.
interrupt this.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Spider-Man.
Don't hold it in. What was I gonna say? Oh, something I like in the game that makes me laugh is when like multiple enemies get electrocuted because they all start going like and it reminds me of South Park when they're trying to make like crowd noises.
I was saying the thing that made me laugh in the game is when I would do the picture missions and just like go right to where I need to go to take the picture and like take a picture of the wall and it's like, oh, we're gonna get the front page or something.
I really got to get back into photography. Great shot.
Like take a picture of the ground and he's like, oh, this is the best one I've taken yet.
I tried to frame my pictures nicely, but I didn't like the fact that you can't really like zoom in and out all that well.
Yeah, you know it's weird because if you do like the camera mode, you can, but you can't use that for the camera mission. You just have like the basic camera.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to think of it though. He's carrying a camera around. I don't know where he's carrying it.
Right? He's got stuff all over that city. Those backpacks are everywhere.
He doesn't have the room for an extra lens. Doesn't have that wide lens on there, right?
Is that all you played for?
No, well, I played some more of the SNES Classic.
Oh.
Again, mostly the stuff I talked about last week, Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country. But I've also been playing a little bit of Mega Man X.
Oh, you go for all the challenging ones.
Yeah.
Are these all Santa gifts? There's Christmas
Quiet, no.
No. And so far, I've actually I I've actually beaten like 4 of the Robot Masters already, which
Have you beaten Boomer Kawanger?
no, I'm saving him for
Why
last.
don't we have a
because
pet named that?
Isn't he like supposed to be the hardest
He
one?
is one of the tougher
Okay.
ones, yeah. I'm guessing you went for, let me guess, Chill Penguin.
I remember you saying Chill Penguin was the easiest, so I did him first.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to guess you
Jesus
didn't go for the
Christ,
octopus. I don't remember the octopus.
No,
You didn't go for the bird guy.
no, I've
Jesus.
done-
Spark Mandriller?
I just did Spark Man or Spank Mandriller as
Spank?
everyone calls him.
That's what
Oh.
his brother.
I just beat him this morning.
It's a great stage.
So were they getting crap for like calling him Flash Man and something Man and this
No,
man?
the X
so
series-
they took the man and put it in the middle then. So Spark Man Driller.
X series has like animal name
Yeah, they
characters,
changed
and
the
the regular Mega Man
animals,
series
which-
has.
So X
Man.
isn't Mega Man 9's sequel,
No.
Mega Man 10.
No, you would think that now, but yeah, X came out when.
Oh, this is on the classic.
Yeah,
so
the
it's a
first
Super
X came
Nintendo
out
game.
on Super Nintendo, and I guess that was either around 5 or 6 on regular Mega Man. So yeah, X is a different Mega Man, and all his enemies are animal.
They're all
related.
animals, which I'm not really a fan of.
But
It's
neither am I.
kinda-
But Mega
it's kinda
Man
goofy.
11, which just came out, has mans,
Man.
There's regular mans.
regular mans.
So I'm progressing better than I was expecting to, because like I've talked to you about how I've always found the Mega Man games to be kind of frustrating.
They are challenging.
And, yes.
I'm very proud of you.
Work is hard.
Yes, yeah, like I never, whenever I play a Mega Man game, like I never feel like a badass. I always feel like I'm just like
Barely
scraping by with
Yeah.
my life intact.
Banging your head against the wall.
Like I'm constantly getting hit, like no matter where I am on screen or
happens.
where. So, but I'm sticking to it.
Well, see, the good thing is you did Chill Penguin, and you get the dash from him in
Yes.
his stage, and that helps a lot in some
Yeah,
circumstances.
and I also got like, what is the other power up? Like I think
Is it jump related?
I haven't gotten that yet because I don't know where all this stuff.
I don't
is.
remember. There is another one. I don't remember what it is.
I think I got like it was either better armor or better
Yeah.
or like increased the Mega Buster power. I don't know.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that
I
Swear
forgot there were that
Christmas
many.
too?
No, I bought
You know,
this.
you can get the Hadouken in that game too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
In
about that.
Spank Mandriller
From
stage,
now on,
if you
anytime Kirby has something,
climb
I'm
up at
gonna
the
ask
right
if it
part
was
of
a
the
really
stage,
good
you can
discount.
find a capsule that gives you the
That's
Hadouken.
nice.
Oh, I got to replay that. Thank you.
Yeah, you can go back anytime and get that.
Yeah.
I would not think that a character named Chill Penguin would be dashing anywhere. I think he'd just be like taking his time.
There's a capsule in his stage from Dr. Light to help you. It's not Chill's
also speaking
thing.
of Chill Penguin, the weapon you get from him
Idiot.
after you beat
When
him.
you have to fight him, is he like, yeah, whatever, man, take what you want?
You would now see that you would think, but no, he's not. He like, what does he do? Does he hang from a hook or something?
Who's this Chill Penguin?
Chill Penguin.
Yeah,
I don't
he
remember.
does.
And he slides around on his belly. I remember
And he makes
that.
like little ice sculptures. Of
Yes,
himself.
and he throws them at
He's
you.
an artist.
And also,
As far as ice enemies go in Mega Man, he's not as good as that guy. I don't remember his name now. In 11,
Ice
Like,
Man.
the ice guy in 11 that I love so much. The
Oh,
figure skater.
yeah, I know
Oh my God, they have you've got to see him. They have the
Boytono
best.
Man.
They're the best man in Mega Man 11. He's like better than almost all of them. He's an ice level guy. He's an ice level guy, but he's like a super flamboyant figure skater. Oh, it's such a good fight. It's really, really good.
Oh,
Zamboni.
well, one more thing. The Zamboni.
His name is not Spank Icicle Autumnal.
The weapon you get after you beat Chill Penguin is called Shotgun Ice.
Yes.
Which is a terrible name.
Yes. It's just like a spark that shoots down and explodes, right?
Yeah,
Shoots
pretty
little
much.
ice shards or something.
But it's a stupid name, and I just wanted to.
What would you call
I wanted to make sure they
I wanted
heard
to
that.
point that
What
out.
would you call it?
I would just like reverse the words, and it sounds better.
Ice
Ice
shotgun,
shotgun.
yes.
Like everything is wrong. Why is everything in Mega Man games wrong?
Yeah, they hadn't gotten
ice
localization down just right yet. Just like what was it, X2 had all the Guns N' Roses references and all the character
Oh,
names.
I never played X2.
It's not bad, but
Okay.
X is way better. Anyway, is that all you?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Vitamin
yeah.
G.
Yeah.
I'm done with
Vitamin
that.
G. What have you been playing?
Yeah, now.
I'm still just playing the crap out of Destiny 2.
How's it going?
The new expansion is very good, very interesting.
I was reading about some Easter egg in that game recently that people found. It's
It's
about like an old character that fans really like, and he's in some new thing. That's all I got for you.
That sounds exciting.
I have it bookmarked.
I love the new game mode Gambit a lot.
Oh yeah. We were talking about that.
That's definitely worth people going back to playing Destiny just to play that game type. It's super interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to woo in more people, diversify the different types of modes that are there, without a doubt. I mean that's what a whole bunch of other games are doing right now.
To woo in?
Woo in, yeah.
I thought you said ruin. I didn't know.
To ruin, yeah.
It's the way to ruin more
ruin
people.
games, bring in more people.
Offer more options, ruin them.
And I'm raiding again, which is cool. Back in the good graces.
I don't know any of this.
You still playing with Ryan?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. There's enough to do in that game in the expansion, especially for someone like me who doesn't. Every reset, people will just like play the crap out of the game.
Yeah.
And get through everything.
Yeah, we're all at the point
every week
in our lives where we don't have the time to do that anymore.
No.
So now it's become like daunting because there's so much content.
Yeah. So that's all I've been doing.
Do Michael's. I mean, you can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, this
been
whole
playing
year, this whole year, who knows what I've been playing? Probably Mario Odyssey, and that came out. That was this year, right?
No.
We
All right,
played
really?
Force when I visited you.
20. That was their Christmas game for last year.
Oh, that's
Really, man.
I mean, yeah, you can talk about whatever you're playing on anything.
Yeah.
I know you've been playing Red Dead. I've talked about us playing.
Well,
Red Dead.
Red Dead is what I've been playing the past whenever it came out, and it was good. It was good. I finally weaned myself off it in the past week, just like preparing to travel out here. But I needed something like that to get me out of there because like I had done almost everything to the point where I was like just hunting tiny birds, like bluebirds and cardinals and stuff, like, just to get like fancy hats like with feathers on it. And I don't know why I was, what was I going to do with that? Like I wear them obviously in the game, but it was just like, what was that going to get me after that? Like it's not like I can, I don't know. No one's. I still talk to NPCs and they're just like, I wouldn't look like that or something, I wouldn't dress like that. And then it's like, well, I'm going to shoot you now because I spent a lot of time on this.
Hello, James. Listen, you bought the game and you do whatever you want in there to have fun. That's fine.
I do. And I do.
Do you have a Red Robin
I
vest?
shave 7 times a day.
Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. I was like trying to get rats for so long. You need like 10 perfect rats to get a rat flat cap. And it's like sold
it's
like a newsy, like it's like a furry newsy hat, and like I was like, I'm definitely getting this. And then instead, I got all the way up to 6 perfect rat carcasses, and instead of getting 4 more for this hat, I spent it on a different hat that's like a cowboy hat with like a rat head right in the middle and like rat claws. And then I wore it for like like an hour, and then switched back to my awesome like cardinal hat. It was like, why am I even doing this? Like, what am I doing?
Hello,
literally, like, why am I doing this?
I want a rat.
It's man, it was
So
so great.
0 bits.
I want the jungle rat hat.
That is funny.
But
funny.
yeah, I mean, it was a really fun game. We had fun playing at RMC online, even though it was only a couple of times.
Oh,
Just
we
goofing
definitely
off.
have fun. I could lasso people all day.
Man, and we just posted up at this one. Like there was. Did you talk about this on the?
I don't think I did. No, it was a bank, right? Oh no, I talked about the tower.
There was like a tower, and we literally just would kill people, get sheriffs like after us or lawmen after us. They would come to us at this tower, like a hunting tower kind of thing. We'd kill them, then carry their bodies up to the top of the tower, and we had like 20, 30 bodies stacked up there, and we were like, well, they wouldn't be able to tell it was, there were dead people around. There's just like tons of like white hats on the ground.
I'm like up top shooting people and trying to lasso people from the top, and like I turn around and like him and Chip are carrying like dead bodies up, and I turn around, there's like
so many dead
on the
bodies.
floor, and Chip's like, careful, one guy's still alive with them.
Yeah, one of them was just knocked out, so he like wakes up in a pile of dead bodies.
It's like so
on the line.
Yeah.
These real people, or they're all not?
No, this was all NPCs.
But yeah, I mean, doing stupid stuff was fun.
It was fun, and I like how we all ended up wearing white hats from the sheriffs.
Yeah, we would steal like the white hats from the
we
sheriffs.
killed enough sheriffs to all wear white.
But it was literally just white hats on the ground because you can't like pick those up and like hide them. Not that they, no one sees.
We had like 40 dead bodies, and I was like, you would think word would spread not to travel this way because nobody makes it back from this mountain. But we killed a lot of people.
It's pretty much all we did, I think.
We did, yeah.
I can't think of anything else we really did in the game, to be honest.
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, that's all I can think of. I'm trying to think if there was something else I played. There was like a a game on the Switch that I played that I kind of liked. It was like Ninja Gaiden.
The Messenger.
The Messenger. Yeah, that was fun.
That's in my top 10 of the year.
I never
Working.
finished it, but I played.
Can
quite
you
a
tell
bit
me
of
how
it.
far you got? Like, just tell me.
I had the wingsuit for quite a while. Like,
Okay.
so I had the wingsuit, and I was.
Did anything?
I traded
really
in
cool.
for.
I don't want to spoil because this is there's two huge things in the game that are crazy.
I didn't get to either of them.
Oh, there's two moments in the game. One was like, oh, that's really cool. And the other was like, I had no idea that this was going to be like this. It's great. That game, now that's another one by Devolver Digital, definitely more in line with what they released. Check out The Messenger if you haven't. And there's new DLC coming out for it in, I think, just early 2019.
It's a really tough game too. And with me, if it looks hard, it's not worth it.
The Messenger has challenge, but it's not super difficult.
Yeah, for you.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen people really talking about it being extra difficult.
What was that game that I played? I played it on easy, thinking I was like, it wasn't
Somebody in
that
the
hard.
chat help us out. I don't remember what it was, but it was really funny.
Is it?
Oh, it was Bloodstained, Circle of the Moon.
Oh, that's right. I played that too.
I played that, and they were talking about how tough it was, and I was like, I didn't really have that hard of a time.
So I'm
Because I
talking
played
about
through
how I had a
casual
hard
mode.
time, and he's not. And I'm like, man, I'm really impressed. And then we found out he played on easy mode.
I'm so ashamed.
Mom Brain, you play anything?
No.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Did you?
Oh,
sounds like
oh,
something
thanks,
about you?
thanks,
I
dude.
would
That's the
forget
joke
to do
lately.
that.
I
No, we
wait
have to
until
ask
somebody
him.
asks.
We have to
Oh,
invite.
okay.
We have to invite him to the conversation.
Thanks, dude. I'll tell you.
No,
So,
I'm really
He's
interested.
fancy.
I played more Red Dead, just a little bit more story. I got to. We're actually good on time.
Time
this
for
time.
questions.
You're not into it, huh?
I got to. I'm not into it. I think it's an enjoyable game. I just am not like crazy into it. I think it's a beautiful game. Like
Sounds like
as far as
somebody's wiping.
scenery goes, I think it's probably the prettiest game I've ever seen for realistic scenery. Like the sunsets and the mountain sides, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. People I don't think look good, but
Gorgeous.
yeah, it's and like when you're just out riding through a valley and it's like sunset or morning or something, it looks amazing. It looks
Sunrise.
really good. Or if a storm's passing by, it looks fantastic. But yeah, as far as gameplay goes, I feel it's not like anything. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't feel like it's anything crazy special. But the dialogue's really well written. I like the dialogue a lot. The story is what's motivating me to continue on.
See, if you get motivated instead of, I mean, the story is a good thing, obviously, to be
Yeah.
motivated by, so that helps. But if you get motivated by like rat hats, you'll be playing it forever.
I am
man.
not
I'm telling
motivated by
you.
rat
I
hats.
would
That's
like
true.
to do the rat hat.
I am not. Yeah, the latest mission I did, I guess, I don't know if it's a main mission or not, was that guy that basically defects from the group and lives in the mountain, and he wants to get a stagecoach or like a bank stagecoach that's going by, armored coach.
Yeah, Micah the
Yeah,
bad.
and you fight a whole bunch of people in the river. I really liked that mission. That was fun.
Yeah, that was great. When I first started the
His
game,
missions are the best so far.
his are the best and-
Because they're always crazy. Like you go through that one town and you basically wipe out the
Yeah.
whole town on the way out. Yeah.
Yeah, when I started, sorry to get we're still talking about when I first started the game, I thought every single mission, no matter how minute, was so mind blowing. But it was just because I was getting used to the game systems, and I was like, there hasn't been any like boring missions yet. And then after I beat it and did a lot, and then I went back and tried to replay it. Then I was like, oh, there were, I was looking through it through a new game glasses, and then it was really only a few missions that kind of were standouts, and the rest were
His
just
so far, by far for me, are the standouts. Yeah, they're a lot of fun because he's obviously crazier than most and ropes you into a lot of crazy things. So they're fun. Man, the beginning of that game, though, was killer for me. I felt it was a real slog.
I didn't mind it the first time, probably just because I was excited and getting into it, and I thought it looked great, and I was getting used to, I said, the game systems. But yeah, the second time through, especially, it's just like, yeah, this is kind of slow moving. And
did you see the guy who had the cutscene screw up for him in the very beginning? So you're all riding in the snow. No, that's funny.
That was amazing.
But yeah, I am still playing it. Like I'll every once in a while I'll put in a couple hours with it to do just a few missions and see where it's going. Like the acting is fantastic, the music's fantastic. There's definitely a lot in the game to appreciate. I super enjoyed Grand Theft Auto 5 more than any other Grand Theft Auto. Like I've never finished a Grand Theft Auto but that one. I really liked it. The characters, the story, the gameplay, everything. Red Dead Redemption 2, the story's pushing me through. And there's fun to be had, definitely, and there's nice stuff to see. It's just I'm not as motivated. So I played some of that. I also played more Smash Brothers. I'm just unlocking characters and having a lot of fun with that, but I don't talk anymore about that. I've unlocked 17 villagers so far.
Villager.
There's 17?
No.
So
There's one, then there's the alternate with it, which is the girl.
What's the female villager called?
Villager.
Okay, that's good.
Makes sense.
Hashtag me too.
So what else did I play? I played more Beat Saber this week because they added in 2 new songs.
Ooh. What video games did you play?
We
We
were all talking about how we want to see
Yank it out.
how we want to see you
Yank it
play
off.
Beat
I want you
Saber.
to play Beat Saber.
You
Yeah.
need to play it.
Is it
It's a VR
music-based game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
music-based VR.
Daddy into it.
the
Daddy
two-
into it. I'm daddy.
It's just 2 wands slicing stuff. It's no buttons or anything. So
Oh,
a
cool.
lot,
It's
of,
a lot
fun.
of fun.
Is it as good as there was one that I played that was VR that really messes with your mind?
The one where you're looking at stuff. And
Was it Reds?
Yeah, you're looking at.
It's
things to hit
definitely
the beat.
easier
that
than
made me
Reds.
almost barf.
This is like very, very simple rhythm, like rhythm-based gameplay. Rez is like completely different thing. But that's another thing you got to play. The guy that made Rez made a new Tetris for VR that's all music related too, and you check that out and
It was good.
read
The music.
whatever his name is. R-Type checked it out. Fantastic.
Space Wells.
It's like
That's all you gotta
each
say.
like 20 levels in Tetris is its own thing. So it'll be like a forest in the rain, or a cityscape, or the desert, or
And the music
underwater,
changes,
and the
you
music
drop
changes.
pieces, it
Yeah.
changes the music. And
I mean, like I said, it's the Rez guy, so he knows music stuff. But this is probably one of his best. It's
I'm interested.
unbelievable. When the one that you saw where you start off in the desert and it pulls out, and
I'm
like
interested in this.
the sand turns into like dust.
Is that good?
Oh yeah, the music. you can't get that sound effect separately. It's only in what is that? The library? When you find the
Yeah,
the guy.
yeah, when
I
you're
mean,
touching
thank
it.
Thank you.
Master Alucard.
So I played that.
Can you get a Super Monkey Ball good on there?
I can
Oh
get
my
that.
God,
Yeah,
you should totally
I
do
can
that.
add that on there.
Good.
I played more Grease because I'm getting all the little things that I missed. Oh man, that's a good game. You really got to play that. But yes, I have Rain World on the Switch. I got it on the PS4 the day it launched, but I got it on Switch too because it's so good. Rain World is about this I don't know. Everybody's been calling it a slug cat. I mean, that's what it looks like. I don't know what else to call it. It's like a cat head with like a slug body, but it's got like little like hands and legs, and it's all about survival. And it's a Metroidvania in the sense that it's one giant map, and you just explore. And it's one of those games that doesn't directly tell you what you're supposed to do. You're just supposed to go out and explore and be like, oh, this opens this. Oh, this leads to that. Stuff like that. But it's like really brutal. It's like you're this
So
little.
it's like life. It doesn't tell you what to do. It's really brutal.
That's true. It's really brutal in the sense that you're this little character, and there's these huge things that chase you sometimes, and like
Bills.
you can only swim a certain amount, and you can only
Refrigerator
jump
breaks.
so high and stuff like
Oh,
that.
No, that didn't happen to you, did it?
It's amazing. Really, check out.
It happens every day.
It's gonna be able to do
Keep
it.
it. Yeah, we do. We just keep it alive.
Check out Rain
alive
World.
forever.
I cannot recommend it enough. It's a fantastic game. Plus, like Nikki Hill was saying, it's got some really cool visuals too.
Oh yeah, don't bring me into this, please.
I'm trying to think. I think that's it. Yeah. All right. I'll do the question. Send your questions to GoNintendo Questions, Mom Brain.
Yeah, yeah.
Get the music ready. Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. I'm interested in this. And that is GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
Vitamin G, would you hand me that little speaker that's in that basket, please?
Yes, I can.
Today's question, specially sent for the holidays, comes from Autumnal Blake. And he says, is Christmas pudding a cake?
Yeah.
It kind of is, I guess.
I mean, here.
I don't know enough about it to
I've
answer either.
never
Right?
had it. It's like it's a British thing.
Language says the question is, what is
Doesn't
it?
that just mean it's dessert?
I'd call it a cake.
I would
The
call it
Brits
cake
call
as well.
pudding dessert. Dessert pudding.
The Brits call pudding dessert.
Dessert. They call desserts puddings.
I mean, it's like a fudgy
What are
cake.
you putting in that pudding?
Well, it seems like
Dessert.
the consensus here is that it's a cake. He also wants to know, additionally, is turducken a sandwich?
No.
There's no. Is there bread?
He's saying the sandwich is meats and meat and then another type of meat.
I'm sorry.
Does he not know these things?
It's not that.
Oh, these are podcast standards.
This is
like,
for us to answer.
Yeah.
Just see what we would say.
It's like the question.
Google exists, buddy.
I don't know.
Look this up.
I don't know if you were here for it, but one of the classic podcast ones in recent years was the order in which you would eat pizzas. So you're trapped in a room.
As much as possible.
You're trapped in a room.
Give it to
You
me.
have 3 frozen pizzas.
Hold on,
I've been here over 24 hours.
We
and
put
I've
it in a
had
damn
pizza.
room because
So-
you were just like, I'd go out and get
need
another pizza. So we said, okay, you're in a room. You have 2 plain pizzas, 1 pepperoni. Pepperoni is your favorite.
No, it's not.
What's your favorite? Mushroom?
Plain.
Okay. What do you also like?
Oh no, it's perfect. He's got a pepperoni and he's got a plain.
I guess we'll do it opposite. Yeah.
I
So you
said
have
plain
1 plain and
first.
2 pepperoni.
Oh.
Which do you eat first?
I would save the plain for last.
See,
You got it.
I would do what you would do.
Mhm.
And it turned into a big argument.
And I would go out and get another G-Dog pizza.
That's why we put you in the room.
Well, that's if we
And
can do
Autumn
that.
That's
Blake
why I
says,
get
"Damn
locked up
it,
from
dude."
now on.
And then he also says,
They solve
so he
my
says,
own
is turducken a
problems.
sandwich, a pie, or a burrito? But apparently nobody wants to play this game.
Well,
So-
I was gonna say.
It's
It's a
Stupid
calzone.
thing.
It's a meat.
Yeah,
Stuffed
look,
meat.
I'm pretty lenient when it comes to these like arguments, but like if there's no bread, like it's not a sandwich.
No, but he's right. It's a burrito then. It's a turkey burrito.
But the double
There's no
KFC had the double
tortilla.
down. What do you call that then?
That's a
a
sandwich.
freak of nature.
You
That's
just
what I
said
call
it can't be a sandwich
No, it can be a sandwich.
No.
because the chicken was the bread.
A sandwich is anything.
Chicken
no,
cannot
no,
be
no.
bread.
I'm just saying what he said.
A sandwich.
But it's breaded
It
chicken.
was breaded chicken. No, it wasn't. It
The
wasn't.
breaded part of the
I don't think
chicken
it was. It
counts.
was grilled. A sandwich.
No, it had to be bread. You're gonna hold grilled? It had to be
No way, it's
breaded,
not.
That would
right?
be so gross.
No,
I
it's
don't
breaded
remember
in
what
like
it
a
was.
little-
I know I ate it.
It
I
was-
just.
it was
I don't
half
remember
bread.
anything since the moment I ate it. That's the problem.
No, a turducken is
Ryan-
a
A
turducken.
turducken.
Timothy says, I love that we're back on that damn pizza question. And Ryan says, dude would pick the pepperoni off. Would you?
That's a good solution.
No, I mean, I got nothing against pepperonis. I'd still eat them.
Autumnal Blake is in the chat. He says, this is great.
Well, because if you pick off the pepperoni, I still wouldn't, like, say I picked off all the pepperonis, I still wouldn't consider that a plain pizza.
I agree.
Yeah,
I would consider
it'd
it
be pepperoni
a
residue.
pepperoni pizza. So,
Essence of pepperoni pizza.
Because the extra grease would be.
Hint.
Pepperoni
Malakayla says, I had the same answer as Nikki Hill. Oh, no. That's good. Thank you for your question, Autumnal Blake. Again, send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. Let's do some damn music.
Oh man, you mean that was the question section finally came back, and I totally.
It was a special holiday question, too.
I love that.
Ryan
Is that what I
says that
said?
was the right answer. Do is so wise. He likes your pepperoni answer.
Autumnal Blake sends us
That's
this
what he's
one.
talking about. Ooh, this got me going.
I can't decide if it's first party or not. Hey, this guy's a cheater. You gotta
Wii
block him.
music.
It is first party, but it's not Wii Music.
I don't even know what system
Mario
it is.
Party?
It is Mario.
It is.
Super Paper Mario.
I saw her doing it earlier in the podcast too. So.
Command assistant. I feel like it. Wait. Oh, he's
I
just
think it's.
looking.
Oh wait, no, I won't say what it is.
Oh, he's
I think it's
all right.
on
So it's got to be Paper Mario sticker
I think
star.
it's on Wii U. Wii.
It's Paper Mario
U.
sticker
Yes,
star.
it is.
It's 3DS.
It's on the 3DS.
All right, that was Paper
Wii U.
Mario Sticker Star from Autumnal Blake. This one comes from Link 601.
I won't cheat anymore. I won't say anything about it.
Don't people wait so long for these to be played?
And I said I heard say anything.
Benny Hill, the game.
Man, I really don't know.
Jesus.
It's like a Looney Tunes game.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, is it licensed?
No.
Oh my goodness, what is this? I don't like it at all.
Lord.
Like cat.
Yeah. I just took LSD.
Get that
the
damn
game.
cat out of the way.
It's like Earthworm Jim.
Ma,
It's not a bad guess.
that cat is back. Ma.
I don't.
It's like grandma.
Does anybody have any guesses? I don't.
Nah,
We don't know.
I got nothing.
Heavenly Rhythms on the DS.
Oh, really?
I guess.
Wow.
This one comes from, that was Link 601. Thank you. This one comes from Wired.
Like Rocky.
No.
Miami Vice. Hawaii Five.
No.
Hawaii Vice.
You got it.
This isn't a game. It's not a game.
Is this licensed?
No.
Okay.
I was going to say something platinum, but I don't think it is now.
Is it that armored? What's it called? No.
That's the only guess I have for
Like a James Bond.
No.
It's got that vibe, some sort of espionage or something. Metal Gear or something.
James Bond.
Mission Impossible.
Nope.
Winback.
No.
Oh, Winback. I love that game. Oh my god.
I got nothing.
Give up?
Wonderful 101.
No.
Yeah, I really don't have anything.
Wolfenstein 2
Oh, I haven't played it
on the
yet.
Switch.
Spoiler alert.
And that
Damn
was
it.
from Wired.
Dag darn it.
You played Wolfenstein, yes. You borrowed mine.
The first one.
You didn't play the second one yet either, right?
This
What the
one's
hell's
from
wrong
Glitter
with
Bubble
this?
3.
This feels like a 1080s or Extreme G or some. Is it a racing game?
SSX True.
No, Tetrisphere. Tetris something. Tetris.
Tetris
World.
5-0.
Tetris Effects.
No.
Tetris 2.
No.
The new Tetris.
Yes.
There we go. Jesus.
That was the new Tetris. And that was from Glitter Bubble 3. And this one's from Mikey3319.
Which is no longer a new Tetris. It's just
All right. Oh God damn it!
This has to be like Tecmo or Konami, right?
It's whoever did Maniac Mansion. I'm positive of that. It's not Maniac Mansion. It's that same guy. What else did the Maniac Mansion guy do? I don't know. You're the guy. Is it licensed?
Yeah.
Okay, Toxic Avenger.
No.
Silver Surfer. X-Men.
No.
Bucky O'Hare.
No.
G.I. Joe.
Nope.
Superman.
No.
Spider-Man.
No.
Soul Attack.
No.
Monster in My Pocket.
No.
hey now. Family show.
Hoping we would do better on this trivia. I don't know.
Give up?
Or are you thirsty
Yes.
for more?
The Rocketeer.
Oh, God.
Wow, that does not sound like the movie at all.
Also, Glitter Bubble 3 and Mikey 3319 wish us a very happy holiday.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
Choking or chokies. Just changing gears a little bit here. This one comes from
Can I help us just-
Blood Ocean 07. My apologies on the volume. Let me just fix that.
I mean, I
Is that
know.
Odyssey? Or is that...
This is N64. It's rare.
Oh.
I believe it's Freeze Easy Pete.
It is.
It's a game that Doom Michaels tried to steal from me.
That's the name of the game?
No, name it alone.
I tried to steal this game from you?
Yes. You heard the story about how important it was to me and you tried to steal it.
Man, isn't that horrible that I don't remember that?
I did. It's
I
Banjo-Kazooie.
remember teasing you all the time about it.
It's
But...
Banjo-Kazooie. Yes?
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie.
So what did I... Can we go
At the
delve a
time,
little deeper into this?
Yeah, at the time, there was stuff that was locked in the game that you had no way of accessing. kill the son. And
Like this killed your friend.
they were telling you that that content would be unlocked with the sequel, but you needed the original cartridge. So I was like, I can't wait. I got to make sure my save doesn't get deleted and all this stuff. And I didn't know you well enough back then. So when you got this information, you're like, I'm going to take this game.
Oh, it's horrible.
So you hid it in my dresser in my bedroom.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's not
Yeah,
too
you didn't
bad.
like take it, but
Place
Or
you
like,
never
I-
go to
You did take
because
I was worried
you
I
don't
would
get
like
trapped.
take it home and like delete your save
No,
or something horrible.
not that bad. Not that bad. No.
So wait, hold on.
That's like
You
something
don't know him
Wolf would do.
well,
Real jerk.
but he's going in your dresser drawers.
I didn't tell him to go there.
Man, you guys really got acquainted fast.
So that's the part that
Stuck to the joke.
I mean, I was just,
Why? What did I think you weren't ever going to change your clothes?
I didn't know. I didn't keep clothes in there. It was like CDs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's back when I had like the little TV set up on my dresser, but I had the N64.
Did I just tell you where it was, or did you find it, or like what? How did it?
You told
resolve?
Scott, and Scott told me the next day.
Oh, okay. Well, who would have thought that
Is he
Scott would have been?
Would've
the
been
judge?
the-
That is very true.
Oh,
yes.
what a jerk! I am. What a jerk! I am. Well, I apologize.
Those were high school days. Thank you. Apologies.
Did you ever unlock things because of the second game? Like, was that ever a
No,
true thing?
it was true, but then Nintendo wouldn't let them do it because the way they wanted you to do it was you would put the cartridge in the system, the first game, and then you take it out really quick and put the second game in. And they
Yeah, it
released
seems
revisions
dangerous.
of the N64, and later revisions wouldn't let you do that. So they said, we can't do that because that'll delete people's status. So they couldn't do it.
So it's in the game. It's just there's no way to access it.
Well, now people have found Game Shark codes and stuff
And
like
you've
that.
never
I've-
had a Game Shark and
I've
done
seen
it?
everything. No, I've watched the footage online. I haven't done it myself. No.
Was that like good enough for you watching that online?
Yeah, because the content was never used as it was meant to be used. Like you can just go in and see the stuff, but you can't do anything with it. So
what is it?
it's like an ice key and an egg and stuff like that, which would be used in the second game to do stuff. Well, it's like at the
It
time
sounds spectacular.
there was like it was
Rule 34 stuff with banjo.
So I was right the whole
yeah, so
time.
that's what it was. The key unlocked Rule 34 Banjo Kazooie core.
One is banjo and one's kazooie, right? They're together.
Yes,
and
Kazooie
together
is the
they're
bird and Banjo
Kazooie.
is the bear.
Crazy.
Man.
They have sex with each other. Next song,
Once-
please.
If you can get both cartridges,
That's
to dock.
right.
You can dock both
That's what
Yeah,
we'll
cartridges.
know.
put both cartridges.
Tip to tip.
It's working.
So if anybody else has, what's funny is I don't mind being a jerk right here, right now, today. But like, I hate hearing stories about when I was a jerk. Which is, isn't that
I love
stupid?
being a jerk now, but when
But
I hear
like-
I was a jerk before,
So
I
if
hate
anyone
it.
has any other stories, if you're harboring anything, just let me know.
Well, I didn't hold it against you. I just
I do
from that
remember
day
you
on.
told me
obviously-
From that day on, I knew.
Obviously, you didn't hold anything against me. Otherwise, we would not be.
I knew I
friends
had to be
today.
careful.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Go
like,
ahead, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, that dude's coming over. You better hide the good stuff.
Hide your kids. Hide the
This
family.
one comes from Regnilla.
This is Animal Crossing.
It is.
All right, Smash Brothers.
No.
What? Okay, is it like not Animal? I know it's Animal.
New Leaf.
It's not an Animal Crossing game.
Yeah, so it's something that has Animal Crossing music and it's not Smash Brothers.
That's
What was
right.
that Nintendo Land game?
No Animal Crossing. That's a
What
good
about
guess.
Easy Street or what was it called?
Fortune
Oh,
Street.
yeah, Fortune.
No. Can I have a system?
Switch.
Switch.
Technically, it's on two systems. Am I right? Or is that too much info?
Mario Kart 8.
Nice.
Thank you, dude.
Ah,
What was that?
Well, technically, yes, you're right. Yeah.
Is that too much information?
no. This one comes.
Why am I still bobbing? I can still hear it.
This one comes from Jaguar.
Focus all attacks.
Jaguar.
Hold on, let me just get this.
TMI. There's also NEI. Not enough.
And JEI, just enough information.
All right, it sounds like Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with RPG-ish.
I have no idea.
It sounds like an RPG.
Lagoon.
No.
Sound
Did
is
you
it
say
Square
Lagoon?
Enix?
No, I said
Like-
Lagoon.
I mean,
like
it's
a
Squaresoft. Do you know
robot
that?
No, it's not, as far as I can tell.
And me, the blue-haired goon.
I say Enix. Should I say that?
No.
It's got that like Pilot Wings feel, but I know it's not Pilot Wings.
No,
Yeah, I know.
it's not.
There's
And it's got the SimCity feel, but I know it's not SimCity.
It's not.
What games have that?
This little tune.
like
It is.
I don't know what it has to do with the
No.
title of the damn
I
game.
don't. I mean, but what is
Is
this?
it something about? Is it something
Yep.
about a ball?
Yes. Yes.
It's not face ball. It's something ball.
It's something that dumb.
Smart ball.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
I
it's
remember
the picture of the little ball is making me
I
laugh,
remember
too.
renting that.
Looks like a little
from,
snood face.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that cover art.
Yeah, I rented that, not knowing what the hell it was. And after I
Was the
beat it,
ball as
I didn't
smart as
know
you
what
were
it was. I don't. I think it was just a ball that jumped on people. I don't remember anything weird about it.
That music is like so.
Smarter than the average
That's in the
ball.
beginning when Smart Ball's family gets killed.
Oh,
This one comes from My Body Is Ready.
Okay, this is Bart versus the Spaceman. Or no, this is Bart's Nightmare.
Yeah.
Man.
yeah, you really know those. Simpsons.
Yeah, I know that crappy music.
Really
This is the
impressive.
itchy and scratchy portion.
So you
Bart's main
played
chaser.
that a lot, I guess.
I rented it a lot. Yeah, it was kind of a cool idea. Like Bart would fall asleep in school, and he'd randomly enter one
Like
of like
Daydream
six nightmares, and one of them was like Bart being chased by Itchy and Scratchy. Another one was like the school desks were in like it was like a temple filled with lava, and you had to jump across. I like the idea. The game sucked. But I like
You know, it is a good idea because back then they would just make a game licensed and throw that stupid stuff in, and it'd be like, why am I jumping on desks and being chased by Itchy and Scratchy? And it's
Yeah.
like, well, if he's having a nightmare, then
Yes.
it makes sense.
yeah, that's why I liked it. I liked the whole idea. It just wasn't much fun.
All those Simpsons games were
But you
terrible.
rented it a lot.
Minus the arcade game, I would say.
So,
yeah.
I meant like on home consoles.
Yeah. It took a long time for them to get a good home console game. Hit and Run is fun.
Oh sure, but that was like. I'm
Much
talking about,
later.
All right,
Yeah, I mean,
so
like
he's gonna
early
get this
90s.
in 2 seconds,
Mhm.
probably.
All right, I'm ready.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
I'm gonna guess it. I'm gonna guess as soon as I
18
know.
Seconds.
This comes from the Sacred Wolf.
Whoa! It's don't play. It's Zelda. Yes. Oracle of Ages or Seasons. Yeah.
Now, how did you know that was seasons over ages?
I said both. I didn't know what it was. Yeah. They came out at the same time.
He's played everything.
I'm sharing it with you. It's pretty good. There's a problem sharing your Wi-Fi password. Sorry. It asked me if I wanted to share. I said yes, and it said yes. Share. You want me to text it to you? It won't let me share.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what your score was, but I'm pretty sure it blows.
Oh no, I was counting. I think we got 3 wrong.
Was
It's not over yet, is it?
was anyone?
That was it. That was the last one.
Was somebody in the chat keeping score?
Usually, there's a little more fanfare than that. From you.
Well, that was it.
Yeah, I think we got 3 wrong or 4 wrong, somewhere around there. Not our worst, not our best.
Yeah.
Well, that's the show.
That is
Alright.
the show.
Goodbye. Thanks for
Everybody.
watching.
Feels
Thanks for
good to
listening.
be
We'll
back.
see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Celebrate. Merry Christmas.
We are still live while we export. Yes, I will take your after show conversation and discussions. Timothy, I cannot talk about that. All I can tell you is it's going well. Sarah says, thanks, RC, Mom Brain, Kirby, Nikki Hill, Vitamin J, Drew Michaels, and Mash. Great show as usual.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Have
Bye.
some great holidays. Kisses and hugs.
Mm.
How thoughtful.
Same right back to you.
I like your reaction to. Altona Blake says, thanks. Merry Christmas, everyone. Omar says, do you have any favorite Christmas memories? Yes, I will never forget when I got Super Mario Brothers 2 for Christmas. For some reason, that game in particular sticks out
I
in my
got that
head.
game for Valentine's Day.
I just remember opening it up and being like, oh my God, I can't believe I got this. Like, this is amazing. Little did I know how amazing that game would be.
Little did I know.
Oh,
Do hid it from me the next day.
Al Wolf says, great show. Altona Blake says, what is your favorite Christmas food? Mine is glazed ham, but I know Mom Brain doesn't approve.
That's true.
Stuff it.
John Reggie says, great show. Enjoy your Christmas with your friends and family. What are favorite Christmas foods? I don't even know.
You know, the
Roast
stuffed shells, the
Ron's a
manigot,
big stuffing fan.
Well,
the
yeah,
granolas.
like I feel like my
7 fishes.
family's traditional Christmas foods aren't like, you know,
Yeah, the Feast of
real
Seven
Christmas
Fishes.
food, like a Christmas
Funny,
goose or
that's-
something.
My
You know?
godmother used to do that.
Yeah, nobody. Does anybody really have a Christmas goose here in America?
Maybe an Ames.
Somebody I work with is
Yeah,
doing a
yeah.
duck.
Robert says, I'm going to head
That's
out,
kinda
but
like
happy
goose
holidays to all of you. I love each and every one of you.
Oh.
Well, thank you, Robert. We love you
Thanks,
too. Have a
Robert.
lovely holiday.
And thank you, King Ronan. What was that? Run it? Remember Robert and Run? It was from earlier in this show.
I didn't say happy.
Sir
I didn't
Sir
say
Rowlett.
happy
Sir
Kwanzaa,
Rowlett.
because Kwanzaa's this week too.
Drake Gamer's favorite Christmas present was
Boxing Day and
Ocarina of
Kwanzaa
Time.
begin.
Yeah.
Kwanzaa
Ooh,
begins
that's a
on
good
Boxing
one.
Day.
Omar says we need Doom and Vitamin G every week.
Oh,
Well,
man.
maybe
I
maybe
wish
next
I
week
could.
we could do.
Well, good luck.
Wish I
Or
could.
not good luck, but good news. They're going to start their own podcast.
Good luck. Goodbye, everybody.
Right, proud of you.
Oh man, that's funny.
Well, good luck.
Nice. Yeah, if we did our own podcast, it would just be like butt jokes and like
I mean,
Damon Wayne
I mean-
jokes, some Grundle
Is he
jokes.
talking about- is he related to Damon Wayans?
trying to figure out which Damons are related to each other.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh man, that's funny.
That made me laugh so hard.
Tony says on Christmas Day, I'm going to challenge my nephews in Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Well, yeah, kick their ass, especially because that game's not allowed in tournaments anymore, I guess. What the hell is that all about? The Namekian Clown says, am I late?
I don't know.
Haha.
That's why we need our own
Little bit late.
podcast,
Is that
so
what
we
I
can
said?
just go like this.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z is a fighting game. It's one of the most popular fighting games right now.
I think it's
And for
called Dragon
some unknown
Ball
reason,
Fighters.
Two big gaming tournaments who are going to have that game have taken it out. And rumor is the company that owns Dragon Ball doesn't want it to be played at these events because they don't like that whole tournament scene.
Okay.
So it's a big deal right
I
now.
don't want their competitive game to be competition.
That's what everybody's trying to figure
It's
out.
all
They
about
don't
fun.
understand. And
They
maybe
don't want
they,
other people making money off of something that
Could
they
be
want
that.
to
It's
do.
all about the
but the
almighty
publisher Bandai
You get a cut
Namco,
of it.
the publisher Bandai Namco has like, you know, they got the rights to play the game and make the game and all that stuff. So I don't know what happened. I'll tell you. And basically, it's the kind of thing Nintendo would do, but it's not Nintendo this time. So I don't understand. People are very upset. Like they're hands down, that's one of the biggest fighting games that everybody's looking forward to in tournaments.
Natalia, the sleuth.
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah, Mike asked
What?
for that one.
That's you need to play that game. It's one of the funniest games I've ever played. It's not
Resident
meant
Evil
to be.
Revelations 2.
Yeah, that's Barry, and
It sounded like his voice is the same voice, or
yes, it is the same guy, and he yells Natalia the sluice, and I
What does
had
that
never
even
heard
mean?
of what I never heard what a sluice was before. It's like
It's what you open like a canal to
Run up
like
to the
let
roof,
water
just
in
loose the
or out.
juice.
but it's such a such a funny thing to yell. So he's yelling to another character that because he needs help, and he's yelling
It is
Natalia
kind of
the
a funny
sluice.
sounding word.
The sluice! Natalia the
That is-
sluice!
that is like even. Wait, I'm sorry. I was making a joke. What is a sluice again?
So you
It's
open
like-
a canal.
It's if you go down the canal and you see like there's things where you open it up and it lets water in, or you can close it and let the water
that's called a
subside.
sluice.
That's the
Apparently.
sluice.
Why would they assume Resident Evil players know what a sluice is?
But even like
Or anyone.
well,
He yelled
you're
it in the game, and I was like,
you're in a place where these things are.
I need to interrupt.
Where the
I buy that for
sluice
$1.
is.
Says Kirby, can we please get a squad of lot?
Oh, absolutely.
This is a Santa's saying, right?
We are off.
There you go. Oh, gosh. Anyway,
oh man.
Merry Christmas to all.
Can I get a
Squad
I
of all
have
we are
this? Is that on there?
Yeah,
It
they
is.
have that one on it? I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah.
all. I have this.
I have this.
All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Thanks again. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday.
Bye-bye-bye.